Welcome to episode 40 via Trevor's knowledge.
We all know, do not trust my memory. Just don't, for your own sakes.
Because the kids are in bed.
Not quite. Very soon, though.
I need to be quiet because the kids are soon in bed.
Yeah,
Welcome to episode 40, where the party finds themselves recovering very quickly yet slowly while they're being treated by different healers, including Hammer, after a battle that they were almost stabbed, but they also were stabbed many times by different assassins, and they were murdered. The assassins, not the party.
That was the longest sentence I think I've ever heard verbally spoken.
Thank you for that addition,
Episode
Jay.
40, the longest sentence.
The longest sentence.
You guys have
been in
been
jail for a long time. The longest sentence.
You guys have been moved out of the domed dining room that you were situated around, and you have been moved out to this sort of patio-ish area. And you have been situated on different cushy chairs and pillows around this warm hearth, and you are shaded in the middle of this afternoon light, and you can still hear the waves and smell the sea breeze, and you're seeing that the man that is obviously a son of Zeus being tended to by Hammer with different healing magic, and while she's doing so, he's muttering to her, "You really need to see to yourself too, you were hurt too." And she's like, "No, I'm taking care of you first." And you guys are tended to by different healers that are very quiet, and they're all wearing white, and they're all just kind of mutely taking care of yourself. Undyne is cursing constantly while she's being healed. She's like, "I fucking knew that I should have blocked on my left. I don't know why. Maybe I got too arrogant. I don't know. Where's my fucking queer ass? I mean, curious." And eventually, when you guys are all feeling better, by the way, you're all up to full HP, not full MP.
Oh, I'm only at 9 MP, but that's okay. Thank you for gifts.
The healers bring out different platters that were from the dining table that don't have blood on them. And there are different, there's like wolf steak, and there's like pheasant, and there's lentil soup, and there's wine, and there's mead, because why not? And you guys start looking around at each other like, what do we do with this situation? Because do we agree with these people? Do we want to help? Undyne's kind of hot, but really kind of not.
Break bread with them.
Do we break bread with them? I'm also kind of Christian, and you are allowed to sink your teeth into this meal.
Well, I'm eating regardless.
Think about it. Please keep in mind that Trevor has unlocked the ability to mind speak only with you guys.
That's so cool.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
You're welcome.
In 2 weeks, my memory blows goats.
That's fine.
Carrots!
You guys can see from this porch patio-ish area that out in the distance you see different Pegasi flying around the island, hinting at Pegasi stables somewhere nearby. You hear a howl that is indicative of some sort of wolf, maybe a dire wolf somewhere. And
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Is it hungry?
Any words from you guys right now of what you want to do, what you want to say before I start talking myself?
Eat! That's what my character wants to do.
Hey.
She's a big fat pig and wants to eat.
In my mind,
Well, not
Yeah.
fat,
Hey.
but a big svelte pig.
it's like
Alright.
I'm just imagining Angormir just going, "Hey!" and I'm just like
literally.
completely silent, just
Like, she's already reaching for shit on the table.
Hey, I bet you can't guess what word I'm thinking, and it's definitely not tacos.
Vagina.
Is it tacos?
Get out of my
I was like trying to come up with something else, and I had nothing.
That's
I was
the best
like,
response.
I'm just gonna roll with it. I cannot top that.
It's the tacos.
It's the tacos. It's like that you guys just have a bunch of mental images pushed into your brain by mine because I can't help but think of tacos now.
We're thinking of tacos?
Yeah.
While we're eating
It's like
not
that whole thing of
tacos.
Hey don't think of a pink elephant. Damn it!
Yeah. Alright, expose.
Yeah, I got nothing I'd like to do. I just want to hear the exposition
I'm just
thinking.
Let me think of the best way to start this.
Eating.
In the beginning.
The man who has gone unnamed, but is the son of Zeus, eventually just kind of has... he's impatient with Hammer's very diligent healing of all of his very minor injuries, and doesn't brush her off, but just sort of turns away and turns towards all of you guys with his back now to the sun. Yeah. And says to you guys, he didn't lie. At all. With his explanation for the Enclave We are tearing the stars down from the sky. The stars are directly linked to the power of each individual Olympian. The main 12. None of the minors are up in the stars, which is odd, but it's never been that way. With each star that falls, it weakens the constellation. And as the constellations weaken, the gods themselves that are representative of that constellation weaken as well. We have yet to be able to touch Zeus, Poseidon, or Hades, oddly enough. But he's telling the truth. You deserve to know that.
Cool.
You need to know we are not trying to kill anyone. We're not trying to murder the Olympians. We're trying to make it them understand that the way that things are now are not pleasant.
How do you make them understand?
By trying to show them that their power is not almighty, that they are fallible, and they are in their own way very fragile. They have grown accustomed to feeling that they can order us around, kill us without any sort of consequence. And I aim to show them that we are just as powerful, if not more so, than they are, so that we can become more harmonious instead of a ruler and a servant.
What makes you think they will accept that? If I was an omnipotent being and somebody was trying to strip away my power, I would not react to it kindly.
That's the fun thing, is that they really can't keep an eye on the demigods. They can't observe what I'm doing. Which is to say that when Hammer agreed to be with us, she put herself in danger with everyone. The Olympians have tried to stop us, I believe. And part of that takes place through the acolytes of Hecate. Yes, horse.
And Goromir.
Yes. Of course.
How is it that you are not visible to the primary gods?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. We have, well, Hammer has been really wanting to go talk to the Oracle of Delphi to really find out what the limitations are of the gods, of what we are able to see, of what we can do to really forward our goals. But from what we can tell, the gods have never been able to really keep an eye, ironically, on their own children.
So you are invisible to them. What about everybody who works for you?
Undyne is immune because she's a god. She's a daughter of one of the sea gods.
We do that.
And then there are some.
Which one, by the way?
She still hasn't named it, and she ignores
You're
your
hoping
question.
that the other
Yeah.
guy was going to answer.
She
Yeah.
ignores your question. You ask, and he's like, yeah. And
The goddess, yeah.
the god, yeah,
Was it a god or a goddess?
god. And
Fair enough.
there are some other demigods that are here,
Maybe it's Triton.
and I so try to keep everyone out of harm's way to the best of my ability. I try to keep them in their roles so that they do not alarm anyone. What I mean to say is that Undyne and Hammer were Olympian guards first, and they changed allegiances. And for the time being, they still are believed to be loyal guardsmen of Olympia.
I'm just saying at some point, you're going to have to make a move that will not go unnoticed.
I agree. That's why it would be very appropriate to have a group of, say, adventurers that can move about on their own.
Meanwhile, like in his thing, I'm petting his dog.
Yeah. There's dogs milling around.
Hell yeah.
It'd be very advantageous to have a group of adventurers that could be able to gather souls or equipment or allies or what have you, information that can assist us. But only if you are willing to put yourselves at risk like that.
And say we aren't willing. We know a lot now.
You do.
What happens to us?
You move on.
Just like that.
Yes.
I have to eat food.
Is there some kind of like just roll I can do to be like, is he calling bullshit?
You can try. Yeah.
Is that just cunning check?
You also notice in the corner of your eye that Undyne is like looking at you disbelievingly.
Don't give a shit. I know.
You can't tell, but he is very soft set in his face, which means he's not trying to like seal you out. He's not stubbornly
Nothing
like,
seen.
yeah, he's not trying to like be like, believe me. He's just like, no, that's it.
What do we get for helping you?
Oh, really? Whatever you want. I can make it so that you wish on the next star. I can, frankly, I'm quite wealthy. You can get paid.
Looking around the house.
No.
Sounds good
He
to
owns
me.
an entire island, so yeah. You have
Oh my
access
god,
to
it's
all.
fantasy Bill Gates.
Jeff Bezos.
You have access to all of the assets that I have here. Any loot that you plunder from any of your further adventures is yours, except for the souls.
Compelling.
So we're working for souls, so the Enclave can do what you all deem necessary to bring balance between the servants and the gods.
Yes. What we deem worthy.
I was originally setting out from Narn on an adventure to try and bring about world peace, and I can see that you wholeheartedly believe that bringing down the gods, so to speak, to a more reasonable level would have a harmonious effect on the world.
Yes. Because look around, the world is not in harmony whatsoever.
Well, I am all for that as long as you're being sincere in not wanting to bring death, but rather balance.
Yes.
You have my...
You have my lightsaber.
You have my summonable sword.
Hammer smiles at you from across. Like she's healing, like behind his shoulder. She peeks over.
Right.
Meanwhile, the person getting healed is like, oh.
Ow, 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 slipping.
His comrades being here and being like chill with it is like pretty compelling.
Hammer and Undyne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My character doesn't just care about, you know, riches and quests and whatnot.
I have disclosed previously that I'm a follower of Poseidon because it's what my family has raised me as, and I feel like I'd be going back on them if I were to directly bring harm to Poseidon in any way. I know you said that you haven't been able to touch Poseidon and two others,
No.
which is fine, but if there comes to a time where I'm going to have to do something against Poseidon directly, I feel like that would be going against my family, and I'm not...
Not down with that life?
Well,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I would be able to make that decision.
Mine wouldn't be wanting to go against her god and goddess either.
He nods and says that is understandable, and keep in mind, I do not denounce any of you for having any sort of allegiances to any of the gods, because at the end of all of this, I am hoping that there is, again, a harmonious relationship between us and them, meaning that your allegiances or your loyalties to any one of them, Athena, Poseidon, whomever, may be more of a kinship, not a help me with life.
So instead of an extreme devout relationship, maybe more of like I favor this god,
Yes.
on like a friendly...
Yes.
He'd be your bro side.
He'd be my bro side.
I'm not sure I like that.
Well, you know, I'm actually pretty okay with this now.
Did I just ruin your moment again, Tommy? Sorry.
Chapter 40, bro side.
Oh my god.
The other three of y'all.
I'm still eating.
Considering we're already in this deep, I mean, why not see it to the end? As long as I still get to burn things every so often. Every day.
No, really, her fire's impressive.
Puffs up a little bit.
He's like, no, I've seen it. I've seen it. Felt it a little bit.
It's very
Can you
flamey.
feel it again?
Right. I already said some things, you know. I kind of agreed with him.
Okay. Because I was actually getting some conflict from you on whether or not you... Because I heard you say, I'm not so okay with that, and I wasn't sure if you meant that, like, as to, like, Enclave's stance, or about...
Jeez, I didn't even remember what that was.
Oh, okay.
A reply to, sorry.
Are you mostly agreeing with what anyone you're saying?
I wouldn't
though?
go against my god and goddess.
Oh, okay. That was it.
So I was agreeing with him on that. But I think that because of the comrades, the people we were fighting with being in
That's
on
okay.
this, that
Yeah.
my character would want to be in it for them. And for all that friggin' gold! And
You
money
are
and stuff.
quite titillated by the amount of
She's
wealth you see around you.
a bounty hunter and or mercenary. So.
And if you were to say to him, like, do you have, like, a swimming pool? He's like, yeah, I have 3.
Only
Yeah.
3?
Well, yeah, we don't want to be too ostentatious.
Sounds really
That's a
nice,
big
actually.
word for such a big man.
So let me hear it. Trevor's big Sherlockian argument. Let's do it.
Right.
What happens to the stars when they fall?
Ooh.
That is my biggest regret.
Uh-oh.
They are people.
They are people. The engine is being turned off. I did not know. I truly did not know until Hammer stood like standing by the side now. She's done healing and she's like looking abashed. And you can just visibly see that he's like upset. He says that the original plan was to see if the engine worked, and it did. So the star fell, but nobody found her. The second year that it happened, somebody apparently found them, but he's never been able to find the person who lives in Redstone. But apparently they're there, but he's never been able to find, like, never get a scout to them to find out what you wish for, what happens, etc., etc. Yes.
Sorry, Trevor's forgetting. What is the engine?
So the engine, the Enclave, told you guys that they have developed an engine to bring stars down.
Is the engine powered by the souls?
No.
So Enclave is saying that the Enclave
Good question,
Yes.
though.
has the engine. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I was like getting myself confused.
That's fine. The third year, no one found it, and this most recent year, I was finally able to get a trusted group, I believed, a trusted group of us out there to finally make the wish that we needed. And when Hammer and Undyne got word to me, I didn't know. I believe that the stars were meteors. They were energy. I didn't think that they were anything alive whatsoever. Especially that if the wish was ever made, that it would die.
Do you plan to continue to pour them down?
We have no need to.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
frankly, even if we had a need to, I would shut it off anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
Glad
wow.
to hear that.
Who are the people?
The stars?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't there. And Undyne says, I didn't talk to her.
How many have there been?
There have been 4 total.
Okay.
Theoretically, there are 2 out there that have not been discovered. Or maybe they have and they've already been wished upon and they're...
Just nobody knows.
Yeah.
I'd like to find them. Not enough
think-
time in the day.
I think King...
Can I say something really
What?
quick? I love, by the way, you... Because I'm
What would
like,
you do?
okay, let's hear it. Let's hear your big argument because I know you're ready to... You always find the weak ankle to my argument and you try to dig into it. And so I'm just like, let's hear what you have this
You're like,
time.
this
I-
is ironclad.
No, I know it's not
As a
ironclad.
character
And so,
or as a person?
as a person. And so I was like waiting for it. You're just like, you know those stars? What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, right? Ever since he mentioned those, I was like, oh my god, I have such a good opportunity here.
The sacred texts. Sorry.
Thanks, Mark Hamill.
I think King Narcissus made a wish.
Don't we know that for sure?
Oh yeah,
You don't.
Narcissus.
Oh, you do know that.
We
yes.
do know that,
King
yeah.
Narcissus was the one on the second year that wished.
Mm-hmm. So it's the first person who ever made a wish that we... Or was he the first person that
He
we
was the
know?
first person who we know of that was able to make
And
a
then
wish.
So it was like nothing, Narcissus, nothing, another person who never revealed himself.
No, it was
Around?
nothing, Narcissus, nothing, and then Hammer Undyne in that group.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking of the
Oh,
fourth
you know
star?
what? I do have my own math wrong. Yes, there is another known person that's that hermit in Redstone.
Yeah.
So there must be 5 years that I'm thinking of. I'm sorry, guys.
Because this was the fifth.
Yes, this is the 5th.
Okay.
Changing canon. There was 5 years. So
Retcon.
So the hermit saw the first one then, I imagine.
Yeah, was it Narcissus who found one first? So it was like nothing Narcissus, nothing Hermit, nothing. Well,
it was,
nothing Narcissus, nothing Hermit.
I'm remembering.
Us.
I'm remembering now. The first year was stumbled upon by King Narcissus. Then it was nothing. Then it was the hermit. Then nothing. Then the Enclave.
Gotcha.
Great.
Narcissus.
Now that's crystal clear.
Narcissus.
Okay.
Narcissus, nothing. Hermit, nothing. Enclave. Great.
Thursday.
Day before the weekend. Song still in progress from like 4 years ago. All right.
Lightsaber.
So I just want to let him know, like, I think King Narcissus from Redstone, if you didn't already know, made a wish.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay, cool.
You want to know who he was first?
Yes.
He was a slave.
We like to scratch his balls.
To whom?
Oh, wow.
No one knows.
It's
The original king is gone.
oh boy.
So much plot.
Oh, I just
So
can't
thick.
wait to be king. Hey, Kenny,
Thick
I wish to be
with
king.
plot.
Oh my god, I'm king now. What happened to the other king? Oh, he's dead. Okay.
This seems awesome.
Yes.
I remember him being a short, brown-scaled, acne-covered draconian
First of all,
that is now very...
I don't like the way he
You're
said
so
brown.
brown.
Shit.
First of all, I don't like the way you said acne covered because I'm imagining scales with acne.
Yeah, peeling scales.
Oh, grody.
That wished himself to be who he is. That is the power of a star.
What are you using the souls for now?
I was just about to ask that.
Hammer cuts in and says, I didn't get to wish. I was meant to be the one to voice the wish. But instead, a companion of ours who is no longer with us made the wish to grant us the power to kill the gods.
Oh,
I did not think that was your purpose.
It's not.
my.
Usurpation.
He teleported us away, and then he just disappeared. And if I'm to guess, he's looking for more souls. In the past, he was voicing frustrations with more with the gods and goddesses, and he was wanting to do them harm, like physical harm. And it only, in hindsight, we should have seen this coming.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, buddy. Love you. But yeah. However, since then, Undyne and I have been considerably more... and Undyne cuts in, sexy.
Yeah.
I can summon ethereal spears. It's hot.
Yeah, alright.
And then Hammer says, and I'm becoming considerably more of a healer. Hence her ability to insta-heal twice per turn.
Your holy magic has been incredible, I must say.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking it might be more star power than holy
Yeah,
power.
well, I just, saying. Yeah. Well,
So, what are you using the souls for now?
I don't know. We have... So it's me along with a son of Hephaestus, actually, who is using the souls to develop some sort of... I don't understand it, to be honest. He's using the souls because they are able to actually alter the power and decisions of the Olympians. And he's gathering them so that he can harness their energy to actually make us presentable or noticeable.
is it like altering
almighty
reality?
beings. I don't know.
Where is
Can
he?
the follower of Hephaestus tell us?
Well, he's down below. He's in the mines.
Of course.
And I'm sure he can.
I feel like this is really pertinent information if
You may
you're
understand
wanting
better.
us to collect souls. I don't want to collect these souls without a purpose.
Sure.
I mean, we went through some, you know what, to get that soul.
I know, you killed one of the Enclavers.
Yeah, and that was horrifying because he literally turned.
Yeah,
Like,
they told me.
yeah, he wasn't an Enclaver at the end.
I'm aware.
So
It's
the
funny.
power, the power that these stones have is incredible.
It is very interesting to me what a little bit of power will do to human nature. Even though somebody can be trusted, they cannot be trusted when given a little bit of power.
Humans.
How many
Am I
enclaves
right?
are there?
He says, I am a Nord. Just
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Totally not human over here. I mean, this is really, really good wolf shank. Thank you.
I agree.
You have a horse's ass.
Delicious.
A great one. Yes, Hammer, don't talk like that.
No,
I just like we all look at Undead and Undead just looks behind herself. What, is there something behind me?
Gonna
Talk to a wall. Shut up.
Just gonna clippity clop out to the.
Donut shop.
Is there like a courtyard?
Actually,
Like-
right behind the guy. You can walk down to a courtyard.
Great.
You see, down there, they're actually training people. Soldiers. I don't really want to call them soldiers.
Militia.
Because he's not gathering an army. It's not like a bunch of people like, we're going to bring the fight to Olympia, rah! It's not like that. It's more, he's training people to just better themselves. It's this orc that's in the middle of this large square courtyard that he's like instructing all of them in different ways, like magic or ranged or melee or just muscular
Conditioning.
lifts, bro.
Gotta get them sick gains.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And so as you're making your way down, he's like, okay, well, I guess we're done with our conversation, but you can feel free to take advantage of the training. That's fine.
Sorry, I just need to take in some fresh air.
You're hard.
Hmm?
You're hard to understand.
He says you're hard and you're just like,
Yeah, I'm like, you would know if I was hard. No, it's just I just need some fresh air, and I might be hard to understand because I come from a faraway land. Okay, bye.
He turns back and says, your friend is very odd.
Yes. You're telling us. But
So,
he's fun.
is that all questions answered that you may have?
How many enclavers are there?
We have ranged, oh gosh, what was the last count? And Hammer says, I don't know, last time I left, we had about 600.
Damn.
Well, after that fight, we're down to about 590. Look at all these dead people.
Oh, no, those were assassins from other people.
Yeah.
who was
Acolytes of Hecate.
A faraway land.
the
Enclave.
chain guy?
He says, funny you should ask, because I wonder that every time he pops up and tries to look impressive.
How many times has he...
Here?
Uh,
Just that one time.
but he's interrupted before?
Yes, he seems actually quite attached to these two fine ladies next to me.
He's got the crush.
He might.
Hmm.
I'm not there.
So, these disciples of Hecate, how did they discover what you're up to?
That I can only really surmise as the gods have taken some sort of notice. And magic leaves traces. So I'm to assume that Hecate has some inkling as to what we're doing. She may even be able to trace the energy in the stars, in the souls, in the magic that we are doing with the souls down below. You see my point.
So they could track you here?
In theory, we have thought of this. However, we have not been attacked except for about 30 minutes ago.
Might be time to look into some kind of containment.
Good night, darling boy. Don't be shy. Say hi to everyone. Now you're shy.
Just like your dad.
Good night.
Love you.
So pure.
God, it's so adorable.
It's a cute kid.
Quick, Tommy's distracted.
Yeah, right.
Berate him with questions.
Yeah, right.
No.
Can you give me 3,000 experience points?
Yeah. Oh God, no!
Okay, you said yes.
You accidentally caught one.
No take thanks.
Let's turn that 5 into an 8.
Yeah, right. Before I commit to a cause, I want to speak to the blacksmith. I want to know what the saws are being used for specifically.
You may want to take it down. You may want to go down and talk to his son. He's the orc down in the middle of the courtyard.
Wait. The demigod of Hephaestus, the orc is his son.
Yes.
Gotcha. Just didn't know if I had it. Good.
Yes.
Thank you for the meal.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it.
Son of a demigod.
I'll go too.
Missed about
I'm
that
done.
much, I
Yeah,
guess.
Yeah, right. Just
One generation.
once removed.
I think we can find a bathroom down there as well.
I don't say anything, but I just follow after.
Me too. I'm done eating.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, these silent people are totally easy to understand.
Undyne follows you guys down, and she's like, "That's fine. I have to talk to him about getting a new queer ass."
Your ass is already queer.
I know.
I assume.
Yeah. But you guys get to the green orc, and he has snot dribbling down his very wide snout-like nose, and he has two gigantic underteeth that like prong upwards, like Skyrim. And he's wearing this like dark maroon robe that has bangles, and he has a nice sword on his left side. And he's shouting at different people to try harder and to do better, and good job you, but try harder anyway. And
Just like any coach. Do better.
yeah, and he sees the four of you approaching, and he's like, "New recruits, great. Can make you better. Can make you the best you've ever been. Really? Ever thought of dual wielding? I can teach you.
Oh.
Healer?
Maybe later.
No,
Among other
arcane.
things.
Maybe.
Arcane. I can make you better.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Great.
We're
Hello.
You know much.
I love that.
awesome.
Yes, I can teach you more about fire. Wow. You're intense.
You
Are
can
you
say
there?
it. She's hot.
Yeah. I'm just getting fresh
I
air out
actually
of the
wasn't
courtyard.
thinking that, but that makes more sense.
Thank you.
That buckler is embarrassing. You need a round shield, and I can teach you how to bash.
No.
I'm quite fond of this shield.
Look. Oh man, sorry, that was great. Just that was like equal parts bro and oh sweet summer child.
I throw it on the ground.
Really?
I say,
Happy birthday to the
where's the round shield?
He gestures over to a bunch of hangings of different weapons, armor sets, shields, and he's like, pick one. One. Per recruit.
I pick up the most impressive looking shield I can find.
There are four. There is a basic brown one with a metal plate right in the very middle with no insignia. There is one with a ram as the insignia. There is one with 3 snake heads, which is kind of weird. And the other one with a dragon. It's blue.
You just had to throw in that it's blue.
Like
Oh,
the
right. Your emblem
The
thingy.
wave.
The wave, yeah.
Also, the
I mean,
blue
I was
dragon
gonna go
incident.
without the insignia. What color is the one without the insignia?
The one with no insignia at all
Yeah.
is brown wood with a gray metal plate right in the middle of it.
First of all,
First of all,
I don't like how you said gray.
I like how you said
Metal.
Alright.
sigil.
I pick up both the dragon emblazoned one and the one without the insignia. And I'm gonna do the whole Indiana Jones Holy Grail thing. I want to pick the least impressive looking one.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's been there a fucking while.
Also because my head's a little mixed up at the moment with
You
all the
chose
joining the Enclave and everything.
wisely.
It is round shield class. I'm sure you know that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
And
Should be 3 defense, if I'm not
it is 3
mistaken.
defense. You guys also see a handful of magical items.
Oh, well, now you talk about them.
However, those ones, he says, if you are wanting to take from our inventory of magical items, you are going to need to pay for them. I am sorry, but they are rare to even us.
Are there any just, like looking at the armor, they have just like some robes?
He takes off his maroon robe and he's like, you want this one?
Does it smell like you?
Yeah.
Probably not then.
Alright. And he puts it back on. Yes. There is a slithering green one.
Mm-hmm.
There is like a silver moonlight colored one. And there is a nice supple sapphire blue.
I mean,
Pretty.
slithering green one.
Slithering green?
I have snakes.
You got it.
For hair.
You got it.
Hey, me too.
I took it first.
Oh, dear God.
Mine are purple.
Trevor, I really wish you would see Jenny's expression.
Darn it.
She's doing it.
Yeah, no, that's a good response. Plus 2 HP, correct? For robes, plus 2 HP.
Yes.
You get 3 with this one because of how well it's made.
What?
That checks next
All
time
my
you get to eat
infinite
or
knowledge
just
in my
stare at.
head, just belittled by the DM.
Of course.
3 defense.
No, okay.
You should have been like, actually, it's 3.5.
He
But we don't round up.
He turns to you and says, okay, you keep glaring at me, tiefling, so I'm just going to teach you this. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. But if I teach you this, you are not taking anything from that wall rack.
It's like the move guy in Pokemon.
What are you gonna
It's either the move or
It's
something
weird.
over there.
Okay, just do
It's
both.
called Fire Trap.
That's the guy in the other
Deal,
house
I'm
next
in.
door.
Okay.
Now you're gonna learn how to shut your fire trap.
He was going to teach you over the next night. So basically, once you learn it, it will be daytime, and you guys, I imagine, from then on, will be told how to continue with the story. But Fire Trap essentially is going to be a sustained move. It does not cost anything at first, but will cost.
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
It will cost 7 MP if it is ever triggered.
So calm.
Okay. How is it triggered?
If any single target steps into it.
Ah.
It is an invisible glyph on the ground.
So the magic cost only happens when it activates,
Yes.
not when she
Does
lays
the
it.
glyph center around her?
No, she can put it anywhere between herself and what was the range that I gave it?
That's really cool.
Really, really, really good.
Really good.
I cannot stress how good that is. The fact that it does not cost MP to place it.
That's
It's
huge.
I want to.
Holy
I may have to
crap, that's
retcon this because now I'm missing the meters. I'm going to say only 3 meters away from you.
It's about
Okay.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
right.
yeah. So 3 meters away from you.
But how big is the glyph radius?
The glyph radius is 1 meter in diameter.
Oh, okay, so it's meant for like a single trap.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna stop up a whole hallway with it.
That's actually really, really cool though.
Yeah, it's dope.
You're playing on someone like coming at you, just be all like,
Whoosh, does it? I missed part of it. Does it hold them in place, or does it just hit them and start burning them?
I'm confused.
The fire trap, does it actually stop the person in place?
No, so if they imagine that the glyph's on the ground, cinematic. The glyph's on the ground, somebody's running at Pyra like, I'm gonna fucking stab you, you stupid tiefling. And they step into it, it explodes on them, and they have to probably roll in a constitution check to see if they get knocked over,
Oh.
if they freak out,
Landmine!
etc. It's like a landmine.
That's dope.
you just got fire mine. You got fire mine.
It's called Fire Trap.
Pretty
but,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Pretty cool.
Or Fire Glyph, whatever you want to call it.
Jealous.
I like
Let
fire
me
glyph.
get you the damage real quick.
Explosion glyph.
Behold the
Explodinator!
Damage is equal to 2d4 plus magic.
You know, in all the episodes, I don't think he's ever made an explodinator. With how obvious of a choice that would be.
I know.
Burning.
What can we say? Doofenshmirtz is just entirely too wholesome.
Yeah, it's just like
Now the detriment.
he made a stickinator though.
It requires a minor action to set it, and you can only do it once a day.
Okay.
Okay.
The fire trap ability?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually really good. And also sustains, to activate sustain, it's a minor action anyway, so it's...
Maybe I
You don't
shouldn't have
really
laughed in my
ask
guy's
But I'm
face.
telling her so that she knows about the sustainability itself.
My character can't read a room very well.
You're just standing there while he's teaching her the fire glyph, and he's like, if you want to learn dual wielding, it's over there.
Okay.
This is him teaching her. Gesturing wildly in
I
the
clomp
air.
over there.
I kind of want to.
Your saddiest won't be so sad anymore. They'll have a friend.
It's true.
Yeah.
What?
Get it?
I do.
You want to talk to him while he's training?
Yeah, because
Yes,
that's what we did.
dubious.
Okay.
Yes, you may. He looks at you and says, nice green.
Thank you. It matches my eyes.
I agree.
Thank you. Don't look too deeply at
I was
it.
going to say, your eyes look really creepy. Go on. Flash crazy eyes. Oh, God!
You have no idea.
You petrify a grandson of Hephaestus.
So, first question.
Yes.
What's the name of the guy up there we were just talking to? He wouldn't say.
Uldred?
Yeah, Uldred. That's perfect. Thank you.
Uldred.
Uldred. Uldred directed us to you. And I'm sorry, what is your name?
I'm touched. I'm Og.
Nice to meet you, Touched.
I'm Og.
Og.
It's like cog without the C.
That's a very Og name.
That's my twin sister, but thank you.
She's such a C word. Sorry.
Say that one more time.
That was Trevor, not Dionysia.
Oh.
That was Trevor.
He's glaring. He's back to smiling.
Yeah.
How
So
does
Og.
it feel to be one generation off of becoming a demigod?
I know, right? You were so close.
You
It's
guys are
like
having this
cosmic sloppy
conversation
seconds.
in your mind.
Oh my God.
I dare you to say that to him. I dare you.
No, shut up.
He's looking between you guys.
I don't care
like,
that he's cosmic sloppy seconds.
Do both of you have headaches or something? Like, what's going on?
No.
Oh, okay.
You learn dual wielding if you want to.
Okay.
You just
Dude,
learn it.
just straight up free skill.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet. Of course. I'm waiting my turn.
He asked you, did you have a question? Or
I did. I'm sorry. We were having a conversation, and I keep getting distracted. I had questions for you regarding what the Enclave does with the souls. Is your father who works on them?
Yes.
Can you tell
Well,
me anything
not-
about it?
Not much recently. He's getting on
Getting on.
in years.
Has he been training you at all?
He's been training my sister, and no, she's not here. She went to Olympia.
Cog, you said.
Cog went to Olympia. Yes. She.
Just another cog in the machine.
What's up? What do you
I'm
want?
just standing here.
What do you want?
Just distracting you.
Oh, okay.
Jinx's giant face appears in the clouds again.
You guys better get a tank.
I'm in the middle of a dilemma. I don't know if I should go with the tank or not.
August, like, seriously, we see that bunny all the time. What the hell is going on?
It's got a red bunny.
Og says, from what I can tell, the first action was to try to create a weapon out of the souls, like a sword. It didn't work, but also Uldred put that down immediately because we're not trying to harm anybody. But now it's more that we're trying to... It's hard to explain, but the intent for the souls is that we're trying to make ourselves noticed by the gods. If that means some
Notice
sort
me,
of
senpai.
set of armor, if that means a sort of like showy, look at what we have, or maybe a force that is wielding souls, like I'm not quite sure. And I believe that they may still be brainstorming, but we are gathering as much as we can so that we can harness that energy in the soul so that we can be noticed by Senpai.
So you might want to say that they don't want to go incognito.
Stop it. The pun dragon's gonna come down.
I need to be held.
Pun
That to be
dragon.
incognito too.
Incognito.
Stop being so aggravating.
A little bunny says,
Incognito.
Despacito!
Oh, this is so sad. Jinx plays Despacito.
I haven't had this much fun since I was in Agrabah.
The party finds themselves in a market.
And you really did.
Oh my god. Do you think your father might be able to tell us a little bit more? I am hesitant to procure souls for a concept.
I may take you down in the morning. Yes, I'm sure he's resting by now, even though it is 2:00 in the afternoon.
Age. Can you teach me something cool too then?
That really depends. Are you wanting something offensive or defensive, or are you
Offensive.
wanting? Wait, you took a robe.
Can I trade out the robe?
No.
Yes, you may take out the robe. Offensive or defensive.
Offensive, and I will gladly trade in the robe.
Lucky you.
But don't take it off right now. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, while you're passing out free skills,
Wow.
do you mind if I put this round shield back so I can learn something cool?
Do it. Yes. Yes, you may.
What do you have to offer?
It would be shield bash.
I take the shield.
That's fine.
Alright, let's see what Og has for something arcane, because I
One
assume that's what he's
mo,
going
please.
for. I love it. Give it a share. Only if you want to. It's her. That's Pyra.
Aww.
You know what I really want to happen?
Oh,
I want to take a picture of that and have that be the thumbnail.
I need to perfect it before that happens.
What do you mean? How can you improve upon perfection?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, okay.
Amazing.
What he says is that he can increase your bolts, the number of bolts of your magic missile, or he can teach you a kind of like fire shield, but it's arcane damage and it's a little different.
That one.
You want that one?
Yeah, the arcane trap. Or
Oh no,
whatever.
not the trap. More like fire shield, where like any incoming attacks are hurt by arcane damage.
Yeah.
You want that?
Uh,
But
sure.
it does work a little different.
Okay.
So it's called Arcane Shield, and it will be.
It will be.
It is a sustained.
Sustained.
you're making up so many new things. It's great.
It costs 8 MP. Yeah, it is. It's sustainable. It's sustainable.
Substantial.
It's
not unusual.
It has charges, so it has 4 charges to it, for like 4 attackers. Okay. What
So
I'm
once
trying
I
to say
cast
is
it on
like,
myself, it'll activate.
it'll have like 4
times.
little balls around you that
And
like
then-
are very wispy, and whenever you're like hit, one of them will zap on the
Nah.
target
So-
and then wisp away.
Kind of like Undyne spears.
Exactly like Undyne. Yes, sort of. Not spears though. And they will provide damage equal to magic plus 2d6.
I'm so sorry. I was making fart jokes.
2d6 plus magic arcane damage to the target.
So it's like fire shield basically, but with arcane damage.
Yes, it's a little bit different though.
So if they step in range, they don't necessarily have to attack. Like what's the difference?
So
I'm
they
sorry.
hit me and then it activates.
It's a physical melee hitter, yes.
Okay. If they just get in range, it doesn't zap. It's only if they hit me.
Correct.
Got it.
How is it different?
The damage output is different, and the cost is different, and the energy output is different.
The energy output?
The energy type.
It's arcane rather than fire.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, and you said there was charges.
Yes, and
As
so
well.
they are visually able to be seen. Fire shield's invisible.
Does it
Got
do anything like boosting my defense or anything, or is it just it's just the damage?
It's an energy defense, yes.
Cool.
Dual wield?
Yes!
Okay.
I'm impatient. What do I put down on my
Dual
sheet?
wield.
You write
a
down
passive.
dual and then wield.
Offhand weapons no longer receive the minuses.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it's described as.
Okay, and I can use 2 things at once? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
So like you could before, but your offhand took major penalties, and now you don't have those penalties.
However,
You don't have dual mastery.
you do not have dual wield mastery, which means you can't have like a long sword and a long sword. You can have a long sword and a short item, like
A
a
dagger.
dagger. Or I
Okay.
will allow a short sword.
Okay.
Maybe.
Like
I
a,
only have one sword.
like a Sadius.
Like a Sadius,
And
I
a
will
crude
allow.
cleaver. That's it.
Okay, crude items I will allow.
Okay. Does it cost anything?
No, passive.
I was gonna look and see if
He's
I had a
free.
dagger because I was just gonna be like, yo,
Thank you.
don't need it. This is
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Suddenly, you guys are advancing to the morning until suddenly, Undyne's like, whoa, wait. I had a question too.
want you to live here.
And Og's like, Undyne, you literally could ask me anytime. And she's like, I'm naked. And what she means is that you can see her breast wrap because she has no cuirass. And he's like, what happened to your cuirass? And she's like, my cuirass got destroyed by... Did we call it a Cerberus?
Woof.
Cerberus light.
Yeah.
A Cerberus-like. And he's like, okay, so you're wanting another cuirass. She's like, no. And she throws a gigantic heavy bag in front of him and says, I want a minute of that.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, that will be ready in the morning.
Jesus.
Let's
Fast
say
work, man.
that somebody else
Let's just say hypothetically
had
there's
some
a
more of that
slab.
same stuff.
Maybe.
What kind
It'll be
of
ready
things
in
with
the
it?
morning.
Sweet, I'd like a staff, please.
Let me see how big it is.
And I will have over my, as I wrote, slab O Stygian iron.
I swear to God, if you get a really good ability and a
Staff,
staff,
I know,
I'm so
right?
mad. I got a round shield.
You aren't done. You can pick something else as well.
I have that or shield bash, and I have no intention of going down the shield bash tree.
You can get more armor.
Like
They actually do.
I could pick one item, you said.
I do have a question. When I am allowed to ask it and not interrupting,
Go for it.
can I also use me making my goddamn nose noises? Could I use my dual wielding to do poke with my sword and punch somebody with my hand?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I mean, what is that move
I'm going to
called?
quote the Mandalorian a little bit.
Karate chop.
And
Action.
you give him the slab of Stygian iron, and he's like, this would make for a fine pauldron. No.
I don't want the ball to know the fucking staff.
Oh, right. He says that as far as weapons go, he can easily make a rod. He can make a short staff, but it'd be like 5 feet at most. And it'd be more fragile.
I don't remember that.
Because it'd be
quote in the
really
Mandalorian.
stretching the metal.
Trial by combat would go
Or
easier now.
it could be a helmet or a sexy pauldron.
Just the one
A
pauldron.
single pauldron.
Space.
The freaking Mandalorian where he just gets the one.
That's what I just quoted, but you were distracted by your
my
phone.
bad.
And my brain went space Latinos, and I was lost.
I forgot you were straight up horny on main for both Diego Luna and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And Oscar Isaac.
Oh. I'm not even gay, but you know.
Oh man.
Who's Oscar Isaac?
Poe.
Poe
Dameron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My ship.
But it'll fuck with my spellcasting.
Oh.
No, I mean, like, for me.
Did you steal the slab of iron? No.
No, I didn't.
I know.
The metal could also be turned into a blade for a weapon. Just saying.
Question. The staff, even if I did it short, would it give me that using two hands? Oh, fuck. You've got yield sword.
Oh,
So you don't need that.
I'm good with swords. I don't need a sword. I'm going to be using this till the end game.
Yeah.
She has several melee weapons, and she doesn't need a melee weapon. Undyne also does not need a melee weapon.
Undyne, do you need all that Stygian iron, or can I just have like a slightly longer staff?
She said, I was actually going to make a helmet too if you had extra time.
What if I told you
Look,
that you're
if
really
you
pretty
really-
without the helmet?
If you really wanted it, you could have gone back up to the castle like I did
But I
and looted
am
a chest.
lazy and regretful.
We forgot to lose.
Clearly.
I'm going to
I never
slowly
forget to
back
lose.
up towards Undyne and like a, oops, I dropped something.
Oops, I did it
Oh.
again.
Here it is.
She blushes and says, I don't know why I find this so sexy when I'm a lesbian, but this is interesting.
Continue.
Look, an ass is an ass. Look.
Oh, I'm just annual last now?
Oh, sweet darling boy.
Don't be so
Look
asinine.
at his sweater.
He's a good
fancy
boy.
with his blue sweater. She says, fine. One more slab.
Like, pointed her abs and be like, I see plenty of slabs there already.
Those are mine.
I
You
know.
get one more slab.
I know. I'm saying you have a surplus.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm bad at math.
I'll help you. Ha! Give me staff, bitch.
He's like, okay.
Thank you, Undyne.
In the morning. Sweet darling boy. In the morning, you you guys are able to also take some throwing knives if you want.
Throwing knives. I would.
You can take 3 throwing knives.
Sure.
Look at this sweet boy.
Orf.
My name is Orf.
Can I, 3 each?
You have 3 throwing knives total in your inventory now. They are each 1d4.
You're
They can
not
only
allowed,
be used
dog.
if you throw them. They are not melee attackers.
Okay, can I equip my quick cleaver with my other weapon now?
Yeah, you can just have them on. Yep.
Sick. Thank you. I have to... No, I'm not gonna bother naming it. It's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. In the morning. Actually, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. One more cutscene before you guys can really decide what to do from now on. Undyne and Hammer bunk with you in a very nice, plush, kind of a... I almost said bunker. It's like... You're in a
Plush
bunker,
bunker.
bro.
Plush Bunker, great band name.
Barracks, that's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. It is reminiscent of a barracks, where a lot of people are here sleeping, and a lot of them are snoring, and it's really bothersome. But Hammer and Undyne tell you why they came to be here, if you want to know. Or not.
I wanna
Yeah,
okay.
know.
Hammer came to be here because she was a priestess of Apollo.
Mhm.
She had been set up to marry Uldred. Uldred has been alive for over 100 years and has had 2 other wives who have both passed into the underworld. She was meant to be his third after
Gross.
the second one died. She did not love him and was in love with somebody else that her parents really didn't like. And it was also frankly forbidden for her to even court anybody else while she was a priestess of Apollo. It was discovered, and the man was killed, and when Hammer gave birth to their baby, the baby was killed too. She confesses that what made her so upset in the Cauldron of Hades was the child that came down the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
She thought for a moment that it was her daughter. For an insane moment.
And then when you killed it.
And when, Undyne
Yeah.
shot it through. Because she knew the truth that it wasn't her. It wasn't the daughter at all. It was way too old to be the daughter. But when you guys were done with that whole mission and they were at the fire, and then you guys, Jenny and Jeff, walked up to them and they were discussing, and Jeff's like, I don't want to overhear what they're saying. Undyne was trying to talk her down. Like, it wasn't her. It was not her. She joined the Enclave because she saw how people's devotion to a god drives them to madness through the death of an innocent man and an innocent child. She doesn't blame the gods for what happened. She blames the priests, and she does not tell them if they are alive. Does not tell you if they're alive. And she joined the Enclave because she saw this as an opportunity to really start to change the world for the better, because not only are the gods unfair, but the people who follow them often become unfair to those who can't defend themselves. Undyne was never told her father's name. That's why she's not sharing it with you, because her mother never shared the name. And it took her a long time into teenage years to eventually realize, what if the mom never knew because the god raped her? She hates the gods because she has seen ample evidence of their superiority complex to control other people and get their jollies off whenever they want to for any reason at all. And she's often defending people against those moments. Yes.
Has Undyne either revealed to us, or have we noticed that she's half Gorgon?
When I first described her for everyone, 2 different sessions, but for everyone, I told you that it was blatantly obvious that she was.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember if that was just
But on that note,
meta-knowledge.
She also admits to you guys that along her life, she was captured for about a year, and during that process, she was tortured quite a bit.
Sucks.
Ironically, by followers of Pan that cut off all the snake heads in her hair. So she can't use her petrify ability.
They didn't go back.
They never
So
grew back.
sad.
And she actually wants to find Pan to see if she can have them regrow.
Does my character know that? Or are we being told this right now?
Yeah, this is all being shared with you. Hammer and Undyne's backstory. So Undyne says all that, and like she's like kind of solemn and like bent over herself, and then she realizes it's silent. So anyway, how'd you guys meet?
We were all trying to find the star, and you guys took it out from under our noses.
Fuck.
Awkward.
Yeah. Where's Septimus? I don't know who Septimus is. That was just a rumor.
Yeah, that followed us for
A while.
while.
Yeah. No idea who the fuck that is. So, that's a thing.
I'm going to assume he fucks other
That's the
sextus,
thing,
but he comes
yeah.
before Octavius.
Right.
Numbers.
What?
Numbers.
She's
You
bad.
said you're not good at... Damn it. Beat me to it by that much.
Good 90. Not
In the morning, you guys
None of
are
us.
welcomed by a rising sun that is very beautiful. Olympia is very, very clear across the bay, and you know that you can make it there within an hour via a good ship. Oh, look, there's a lot of good ships. You also are told that Uldred was a son of Zeus,
I
and
had
he
a good
was
ship.
he was a champion for many years running straight in one of the 2 or 3, depending on what's going on now, 2 or 3 Colosseums in Olympia. Hence his wealth. And he was eventually expelled from the Colosseum because he was winning too often. So he lives here now.
This is Uldred?
This is Uldred. Yes.
What's a problem?
You guys are brought down into the bowels of this island. You know that you are now below sea level. And you are brought down into the mines, in which theoretically these are where the souls are being carried for their whatever their use is. You are guided there by Og, and he says, you come to a door. Oh, Undyne and Hammer are not with you, by the way, because they've already met this guy. And Og says, hold on, let me see if he's awake. And he knocks on the heavy metal door.
Better use your noggin.
Pun police. Jenny.
Dolls come out of the cavernous walls.
That's creepy enough.
Okay, they attack you. Okay.
Scare me straight right there.
2 twin girls are holding hands, tilting heads, and saying, come play with us, Trevor.
Killed them.
Martha and Beth.
Beth and Martha.
Fuck you.
Yep. That was great. That was a great party. Anyway,
Oh, God.
the table. The door does not open, and he's like, I'm gonna go see if he's awake. Hold on. And he just goes in, shuts the door behind you, and you guys are sitting there in the heat of the bowels of the island. You're like, why are we always in the bowels of something? Why is it always
Because
hot
our life
around
is
us?
shit.
Anyway, you guys, the door opens, and you
Shit,
guys.
get to know these.
The door opens, you guys are allowed in, and it's a small living area. He says he's still asleep. Like I said, he's not doing well, but he's just through that door. If you're wanting evidence that he's like a person that actually lives here, he's back there. The souls are right there,
I go
and they're
look
actually
for
on a table, in a glass
Just
case.
like haphazardly.
in a glass case, definitively situated several inches apart from each other, so they are not touching. You see that there is a green, there is a black, and there is a red. First of all,
The one that we gave was light blue.
yes,
Where is it?
Where is it?
I believe Uldred still has it. He's waiting to personally give it to my father.
Got it.
All the ones that we took, that were there were blue, right?
Yes, the 3 that were in Janus's temple were blue.
They were like
Were
a
light
cyan,
blue.
right?
Yeah, they were light blue.
Cool.
And the one that the professor had
No.
was red.
Professor.
Oh, well.
I was wondering if that was actually a soul.
It was a soul.
For some reason, when we were just discussing that thing, when he was around, I was like SOL, like
Yes,
the sun.
exactly.
Oh,
That's how they are spelled.
oh my
The
god.
exact same things. Have you been thinking they're 2 different things this whole time?
I have. Okay.
This game suddenly became a lot more interesting.
Fuck's sake. For the audience,
We've been on the same
I'm not
trail
being
this whole
facetious
time.
when I say I'm always tired. You're witnessing like 60% power, Trevor.
It's true.
That's still a lot of power.
All of the power!
We can make him better, faster, stronger.
this isn't even my final form.
Fucking Frieza being out 10%.
He says, now look.
Forget Frieza, worry about Shaggy.
So you see them there. They're not being used for anything. They're just sitting there. We're still in the blueprint stages, I'm pretty sure, because he hasn't told me what he's doing yet. So, we good?
I'd like to use mental prowess to communicate to the party and say, "Want to be good?"
Well, we came down here to talk to the guy and see what he was using him for. Blueprints of what?
I think the implication is that they haven't come up with something yet.
I would
They're
like
hoarding for the moment for when they do come up with a plan.
I want to look in that doorway. He said I could look behind.
Okay.
See, there's a guy behind there.
He
and
he
whatever.
sort of lifts his arm as if like he's about to like say to stop, but he remembers like, oh, okay, I gave you permission, but like, please don't wake him up. You open the door, and you peek around, and sure enough, you do see an old graying orc that is very thin, in a bed, labored breathing, eyes closed, snot running down his face, and he's not doing well. But he has a half-eaten meal on his bedstand, and there's a dresser. There's a porta potty. Like there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Mm.
So you see a
But
lot
it
of good.
smells
I believe
great.
it's called a chamber pot.
Porta potty.
Chamber porta potty.
Okay. Chamber potty.
A privy.
Port the chamber.
Part of the chamber. Are the orcs Italian now? I'm kidding. Because if so, that's hilarious.
The mafia.
In my campaign, when I was running up in Tahoe, we had a half angel person in Asimar in our squad, and the player Juan spoke Spanish, and Celestial in my game was just Spanish.
Oh, that's great.
So whenever
That's really
Juan's
funny.
character was speaking Celestial, he was just talking Spanish.
That's
Because
great.
nobody understood Spanish at the table, and other characters spoke Celestial.
That's
What,
great.
like one party member was like, I think I just heard Pendeo.
Did you just
That's
say,
angel for lucky.
did you just say queso? Why does God want cheese?
Grilled cheese.
And one of the party members just pretends to speak Spanish. So like, queso, queso, burrito, taco, 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 burrito, tostada.
The guy's like,
Do you relay what you see to your party?
Yes. And I quietly shut the door.
Well, if they're still figuring things out, I'm cool.
Og thanks you for your kindness and shutting the door quietly.
My pleasure.
I suppose next we find out what they would want us to do.
Yeah, if they have an agenda.
Might be able to glean something from that.
I'm glad you asked. I'm pretty sure that Uldred wanted to talk to you before the day went on too long.
That was all in our heads, but yeah.
Great. I can mental prowess everything.
Okay. That's what I thought. Get it? That's what I thought.
Og's just staring blankly at you, and he's like, I feel like I'm missing something.
Waves.
You guys,
Yes.
you guys are invited back up to the surface, and Uldred is on the other side of the doorway leading up to the surface, and he says, hi. let's talk about what it is that you could do to contribute to our cause, if you don't mind. Hopefully you're not too exhausted.
I'm actually very, very, very not exhausted.
Just
and very willing to help you
Don't
out.
make it one of those MLMs.
Lovely. I just survived a meeting that could have been an email. I don't have any of those.
I have lots of those.
So, all of you are up to full MP, except for your sustained actions, of course, and full HP, even though you were already at full HP from the healing for earlier.
Ding.
You guys will receive a whopping 300 XP right now for deciding to follow the Enclave.
Enclave.
Guess what my experience
300.
pool is?
What?
666.
5555.
Fake movie numbers.
Literally.
You receive 301. No. Uldred brings you back to the same porch type room because he seems to really like this seating area. And you actually notice on a side table next to him is a red dragon egg, and he just doesn't really seem to acknowledge it. He's like, "Yep." Anyway,
It's Fabergé.
Drogon.
souls are the priority. Second is that Hammer is truly concerned, and I understand that she used to be a priestess of Apollo, therefore she is concerned about the future and prophecy, because Apollo is the god of prophecy. We don't need, she believes we need some sort of guidance about the future. Unfortunately, Centaur foresight does not cut it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes. Horse.
Thank you.
I think you mean
Why are the souls the priority? We're still trying to figure out what to do with the souls. Is there like a race going on? Is like Olympia trying to collect them like before us?
The
Is it
acolytes of
Enclave
Hecate are
play?
trying to secure them.
Okay, everything makes sense now. Cool. Go ahead.
We could use guidance from the Oracle of Delphi. In my honest opinion, though, we need more souls in our repertoire in order to really even make a difference. Because currently, it doesn't matter what the future holds unless we have ammo in our crossbow, if you know what I mean. Yes?
do we know whether there are more souls to be taken then?
Yes, actually.
Excellent.
We have received word of a couple. Keone's palace has been discovered. Your confusion is to be understood because practically no one followed Keone. She was a minor goddess of snow. The other god, who I actually am sorry to hear fell, is Pan.
Oh. Really?
Is Undyne nearby?
No.
Is there a particular reason she's not around to hear that one?
I have not given her an objective to assign herself to. I'm talking to you first. I will say right now, we know exactly where Keone's palace is and where she likely had her last breath. Pan is still to be found.
So when you say Pan is gone,
Yes.
like the star fell.
No, Pan, he never had a constellation because only the true 12 Olympians have constellations in the sky.
Yeah.
The minor gods like Pan, Keone, Nike, etc.
They're all just killable.
They
Oh, no.
are killable by people
Not believing in
not believing them anymore.
Ah,
them. Or at least not enough of them. There ain't enough juice in the charger for the batteries.
And Pan was an ever-present entity through all the woods and the wilds. It would be difficult to pinpoint where it is that he met his end.
Just check every tree.
Yes,
Burn
we'll
them down.
begin working on that. However, the options are
just burn the forest down.
try to find Pan, go to Keone's home, or the Oracle of Delphi, as far as I can see. Either way,
Oh.
you will need to get to, or no, not either way, you will need to go to Olympia to get to Keone's palace. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh man.
Wow.
I thought I was the farty one today.
I'm extra
Gormir is
funny.
nervous.
Gorsmir's a little gassy from all the meat from yesterday.
He's got the fear farts.
As long as I don't smell bad, right?
Yeah, mine smell like flowers. It's okay.
Daffodils.
I have a friend who actually has potpourri farts. It's gross.
It's like weirder
You meet
than
someone in
So
Crime Games.
bizarre. I don't understand how it happens. It only happens when we're kids.
Alright.
Anyway.
What? Taylor, what?
So we're given a choice. You're not just going to assign us to one of the three?
I don't control anyone.
I really like this guy. I'd tell you that in your minds. Anyway.
So we've
My
got
vote is for Keone.
Frigid Ice Queen. Any preferences?
What did you just call me? I mean, you're not wrong.
His vote was for Frigid Ice Queen Palace.
Oh,
Because it's the most direct. Like, it's the most...
sure.
Definitive.
Like, definitive, like, go there.
I mean,
like,
tis the
it's definitely
season.
there.
Am I right? 'Tis the season.
I will frankly rank these options. Keone is ranked easy, Oracle is medium, and Pan is hard. To be completely honest with you.
But, like, the Oracle seems like it would just be, like, go there and then, like, get information, I guess. Like, foresight, which is great.
And a naked dance.
If they want to.
But, like, I feel like
You may have-
Keone would result in a soul stone, which is the priority right now, right?
It could be the Mind Stone.
Let's go
Or
find
time.
out.
I'm sorry, what, Jen?
Said let's go find out. Come on.
I like the idea of the easy path, and ice melts really well. So
Oh yeah.
I worry.
You just silently, mutely turn towards her, shoot her a single, excluding them, arrow of thought. I worry about you.
As you should.
Yeah, let's go play in the snow.
'Tis the season to be frightened by your teammates who burn lots of shit.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, Tommy? Sorry.
Let's go kill more people.
So you
Yeah.
guys speak aloud that you choose Keone.
what I
Yeah.
say, yes.
I'm thinking so.
Keone.
He nods and says,
Mike
he
Ruzioni.
says, very fair. I'm actually a little jealous. Keone's palace was recently discovered by one of our scouts. He's not very well in battle. That's why he doesn't do it himself. However, he did inform me that it is within sight of the sea. He roughly gives you an estimate as to where it is. So as soon as you arrive at the main port of Olympia, you're going to want to go into town and immediately turn right and go along the hills and follow it to an isolated coast,
Oh,
and it will be built into the hills.
that's gonna be gorgeous,
Okay.
guys.
Gorgeous. He did make it to the antechamber, where it is unreasonably cold.
So we need cold weather gear, and I need potions.
We aren't good at that. So those cost money.
That sucks.
Yeah. Of
Hey,
course, Olympia
how
will
about
have a
that
stock
staff?
How about that staff? I suppose we need to talk to Og.
You may want to check on Amazon shipping, but yeah, they'll probably get here pretty soon.
Right, I'm a
I have
Prime
Prime.
member.
Oh, it'll probably
It's
arrive.
next
I have
day
Enclave
delivery.
Prime.
That's true. It's probably here already. Did you get the email like with the picture? That's okay.
It's really creepy because I don't have a phone. It just kind of appeared in my head.
Mental prowess is going out of whack.
Yeah, right? I knew I shouldn't have given them permission to use my cookies.
Og just suddenly appears by your elbow and goes, "Hi, here's your staff." It is cold to the touch.
Hell yeah.
It is horribly black, like a little bit scary to look at it. First of all,
Horribly
you
black.
guys.
Wow. There's a lot of hatred in those eyes for our dear viewers to know.
You get a staff that is 5.5 feet tall.
Holy shit, that's...
It is about 1.5 inches in diameter all the way down. Entire staff.
Is it
You
like
do that motion
smooth?
again?
All the way down. And it gives you 2 magic.
Back and forth.
Now, all the way down, up and down, you're going to feel that it has 2 magic.
Is it smooth? Boy, rough.
Here's what he says to you.
It's veiny.
He says, currently, it is unholy. However, you didn't tell me this was Stygian iron. Stygian iron is adaptable to adopt the nature, if you will, of the user. So eventually, if you continue to use it, it will become more attuned to you, therefore likely going to become arcane like you are. But for now, I'm quite certain it's unholy because, you pulled it out of hell.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's probably holy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's a 1d6 melee weapon as well.
Okay.
Bonk someone with it.
So unholy magic, and then with any unholy spells, it's going to cost 1 MP less. And then 5% spell 5% increased spell burst on unholy.
Yeah, I'm gonna equip that shit now.
Oh, okay. There are no engravings in it, but it is engravable. You may also name it whatever you want.
For now, it is just Stygian iron staff until I come up with something clever.
Stygian dick.
Call it Black Rod. For our listeners, that was a click of his teeth. What else was he making? Oh yeah, he's like, I already delivered the things to Undyne. Looked great. Kind of
Her
frightening.
queer ass.
Kind of frightening though. Anyway, have fun. Your ship's ready for you down at the docks. Yeah, it's a great way to stay trip.
It's a great ship. An OTP.
You can go now.
Oh.
Are you quoting something?
What? No.
I move. Go over to Og. Be like, sure there isn't anything else I can snag before we go out?
I don't understand what you mean. I have this nice ball of lint.
It's a good dick.
2 gold.
Can I offer you this lint ball in these trying times?
Yeah!
How much would I have
Get off!
Get off here!
how much would I have to pay for a new suit of armor?
Oh. What do you want? Chainmail?
For one of your...
A chainmail would be an upgrade.
Oh,
Gotcha.
absolutely. Chainmail will get you. Core chainmail will be 600. Light chain will be 450.
What happens if we trade in a Rod of the Arcane?
Oh my. I will give you.
That means it's not an
I'm actually
double
going to keep
6.
that roll. Jumanji rolls. That was a 6. That was a 6 and a 5.
Ah, hell yeah.
He'll give you 200 for it.
I don't know how much you have, but I can supplement by 200.
Well, like he said, magical items are rare even for them.
Oh yeah.
I have 76 gold.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that arcane rod.
Oh.
Oh, I was just offering to trade if it got him to where he needed to be money-wise.
We could really use that, though.
Yeah, I could use it too to sell and then buy potions so that I don't die on this quest that I'm doing for you guys.
Oh. I didn't mean to upset you.
You did not.
Okay. Well,
I
then.
state things the way they are.
No.
You get used to her.
I'm gonna go to the ship now.
What?
You get used to her.
Okay, bye.
No, you don't.
Okay, bye.
Pyro just walks away.
Love you too.
You guys are pulled onto the ship, which is labeled the Black Amos. And
What am I missing? Damn it!
USDA choice.
Black!
USDA choice.
There is a nice,
No, whatever it's called.
sexy
Black Amos.
lapid captain,
Crime.
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Hey y'all, we ready to go to Olympia because really the breeze is nice."
Okay.
Sounds like she's got her titties out.
Does she ever titties out?
She does,
I'm asking for
actually.
Dionysia.
She does actually. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Asking for
Best
all
ship
of me.
ever.
You're actually kind of wondering why a captain is completely nude, except for sandals. I mean, let's not be unreasonable. She has sandals on, but
Well, yeah, you don't want to get the splinters.
I can't get sunburned because I'm covered with fur.
Oh.
What? Something in my teeth?
I am dumbfounded
Oh.
by your beauty.
Maybe you need the dumb.
Her ears go back into like a ponytail
You just found
shape,
that out?
like Lola Bunny. What?
What?
Dear the Connie.
What?
He said he was dumbfounded. I said, I'm here to do about the dumb.
Oh.
I'm
There.
founded.
You're founded. She says, "Are we going now?" Okay, really?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Seriously. All right, let's go.
Yep.
And you feel yourselves just mush across the water. And I'm not even going to put on water music because it's such a short distance. So
Yeah.
you're just like, we're good.
By the way, as soon as we leave, I'm just like,
Water huskies.
oh, I forgot to see if Maine was back there.
No, she wasn't. She wouldn't have arrived there. Maine is in Olympia, where you're
Some
going.
main island.
Though you did forget to say goodbye to your friends.
Mm.
We're
They
really
know.
bad at goodbyes.
We call that an Irish goodbye.
While you're halfway between the distance of where you were and where you're going, you hear a very loud, "What the fuck?"
Use mental prowess and be like,
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Bring back presents. You guys arrive in Olympia. Yes.
So sorry, still writing down the stats for the staff. Was it plus 5% spell burst for Unholy or plus
Yes.
10? Plus 5, thank you.
So slow.
It
I was
is
reorging.
loud here. There is a lot of people milling around, a lot of people yelling at each other, a lot of people pushing and shoving over stupid disputes over taxes or like, you owe me money, you owe me this, where's my daughter, I want my family back. All these things.
Fuck this place.
Harrison Ford is saying, "Oh, get off my plane."
Get off my plane!
There's like a snake. What the?
And Samuel
Indiana Jones sees us. Why did it have to be snakes?
Samuel L. Jackson, why I'm on an airplane?
What's an airplane?
Motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane.
You guys arrive, and you remember your directions to go almost immediately right once you get up into the city proper.
Cool.
However,
I know that.
Dionysia, give me a willpower check.
Yes, sir. 19.
Give me another willpower check.
15.
Okay. You are able to tell that you are able to resist the temptation and the cacophony of all of these minds and voices around you.
Oh
so,
shit, because my mental prowess.
So, good on you.
Yay.
That second roll, you lose the ability and therefore are really drawn to and are forced to look at your captain one more time before leaving.
Captain, my captain.
Willingly.
She sees you staring and she's like,
And then I'll disappear into the crowd. Always leaving one more.
My dick is hard.
I love you couldn't even get through that.
you guys make your way through Olympia. I'm going to actually get a sound effect here.
I'd like to keep an eye out for magic or potion shops as we go.
Magic. Oops.
Specifically, I want to try and sell the arcane rod to have enough money to buy potion.
You are able to easily find different people that want to buy your shit. What is it that you're trying to sell again? I'm sorry.
The arcane rod.
The arcane rod. People are just like, 80 gold. People are like, 50? People are like, anything.
Anything.
Yes.
I want 1,000 gold.
Anything physical. I was willing to give you a blowjob.
I don't have a penis.
Keep going. I don't have anything for you.
Oh.
Where's that fucker who want to pay me 100 gold?
Let me get it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Stay on target. Porkins.
You guys you were offered many different things, except when you come down the road and you see different shops and wares and things like that, you eventually come to one that actually looks well established and like quite busy, kind of like Diagon Alley actually. Why am I imagining that? And you are able to try to get in there and try to be all like, how much would you give for this? And the best they'll give you is 150.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. She practically throws the pouch of gold at you, and she's like, come again when it's less busy. That will never happen.
Hey, how much can I get for this buckler?
Oh, honey, that's really dented. 45.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
That's fucking steal.
How much can I get for an unrefined emerald?
What?
Emerald!
What the fuck? And she like forces people to like Red Sea push.
It's like
and
Maximus
she's like,
entanglement gets between the guys and he shows him away.
and you see this very harassed older woman. She's like, put it on my table.
I keep my hand on it.
She doesn't have a very good poker face.
500.
With my mind.
1,000.
700.
Whoa.
That's 900.
800.
751. And she puts the pouch on the counter.
755.
Oh, jeez.
Better number.
I twitch a little bit. 755.
Fine.
Yeah.
And she whisks the emerald away, and she's like, precious. And she like does like the she minds going downstairs. And people were like, wait, you're the only shopkeeper here. I'm like,
Right.
wait.
What is she going behind to do the stairs?
This little bar area.
Okay, I just imagine her doing that, but there's nothing there. It's just her crouching more and more. She's not actually going behind anything.
You're
She's
like,
just
where are you
practicing-
going?
It's just leg day every day for this old lady.
I'm gonna pull out my Janus trophy.
The what trophy?
The Janusz pendant.
Oh, the pendant. Yes.
I'm gonna go. On my travels, I came across this mysterious trophy.
I have one too. I whip it out.
Well, there goes the mystery. Now it's not a unique item.
Thanks. I'll pocket this for.
Another shopkeeper.
So the shopkeeper is quite literally so transfixed by this emerald that she doesn't hear what you're saying. But someone next to you in the crowd goes, "That's actually pretty cool."
As I'm flip-flopping away.
I'll give you 15. No, to her.
Oh, her.
I'll give you 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen a lot of treasure in my life.
That's outrageous. Okay.
When I was 18 and I was in Europe, one of the things they suggested we do is we went to the marketplace in Italy, and it's like expected to haggle, and I did terribly, and I'm sure the woman swindled me for so many euros, but I walked away feeling so proud because I actually tried a little bit. I feel like Jenny didn't even. She was just like, 15. I'll give you 12. I'll take 12. Haggle down.
She's seen a lot of treasure.
So damn funny.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Anything else, guys?
I just got shot blocked.
Yes, you did. I'll try on another person. I would like to go
I won't
and
do it
buy
next time you try to do it.
Well, you can't.
Funny
do
that
it
you
again
say that
because
because
you
Catty
sold
Corner
it.
is a potion shop.
That's
Cool.
right.
Or
I
it's
sure
not
did.
It's not a shop, it's a stand.
Yeah. It's like
But
a
there
hot
is-
dog stall, but for magical items.
There's a high elf male, and he's like, Imara Isuvaish, Mirek.
Does Middle Prowess allow me to understand other languages? Like if I mental prowess to that guy, would I actually know what the fuck he said?
You can always try.
Sure, I'll give it a go. 25.
Ooh.
You hear in his mind, why am I doing this?
So is the fake language thing like just to throw people off their guard, or...
This is what he does. Yeah. Look,
No, I am all for swindling the ignorant masses.
it
I applaud
actually,
you.
it works.
I know, right?
They actually buy it frequently. I buy it.
I'm gonna like start imitating his language to like try and back him up and be like, Ik magalen van dat.
Dramanush.
Amanush? Amanish. And I'm gonna
You are
point at
good
the
at this.
I'm gonna point at the mana potions.
He has,
Quanto
he
costa?
has 4 standard.
I want to define something really quick.
Go on.
There's an odd advantage when a cunning player plays a non-cunning character.
Thank you. I'll take the compliment.
Pushes these.
So irritating.
I think that's why he's never really played that that cunning character that often. You're usually the warrior or the mage. You're rarely the rogue. But
I've done it once.
When you played as Phobos, I'm just like you're losing out on your potential
know
because
how,
like you're already
I don't.
a
I
smart
don't feel like I
guy.
used to be that cunning of a player, though. I feel like I'm
Well,
more on my game these days.
Maybe with experience.
But thank you. I
Anyway,
appreciate it.
he offers you those, and he's like, they're $360 for the lot.
And there were 4 of them?
Yes.
It's about 90 apiece.
That's exactly right.
Thank you.
No.
I totally confused myself on that one.
He's giving you a discount. You can
Yeah.
you can hear it in your head.
What kind of potions? Mana?
Standard
Yeah,
mana.
standard mana.
4 standard manas for...
Yeah, but
That's
I only,
not
have, I only have 200 gold, though, so... I'll just be like, I'll just kind of separate it two and be like... Arigato
You got it, man.
gozaimasu.
That actually meant something.
So, then 2 of them would be 180, right?
You actually use a legitimate other language. He's like, that sounded real. That's
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
what?
Nein, nicht sprechen Sie Deutsch. Dankeschön.
Petition.
And you?
Gesundheit.
you.
Question, Tommy. Sorry. The belt of balance. I can't put weapons on the belt slots because it's smaller. What about potions?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Because I'm imagining you tying the bottlenecks to them. So yeah.
Cool.
I take my Janus trophy and I go... Yeah, smears. Obviously not as well as him.
Oh my god.
But I eventually go like, Smearty, 200.
That's not a language sound up there. Confirmed.
He looks down at the necklace, looks up at you, and he's like, okay, look, that will... that's a trinket, first off.
Yeah.
It will save you 10 gold off of 1 potion.
Jesus amulet.
I don't think you understand.
I guess just gonna stare at you.
Listen,
I just sent a mental image of applause.
the lengths of which we went through to get this is just staggering.
I don't care because I only care about what it is worth to me. And
This
it
is
is trinket like
magical.
prove it.
Watch.
I was gonna do something and I forgot you totes had magic. I straight up forgot.
I cast smite on it.
Just coin toss it.
Like it's like this weird holy glow.
He is suspecting that there's something amiss. Like, his blink effect of it is like, there's something wrong, but he can't disprove you. So he's like, okay, what does it do for people?
It's a
What?
light.
It's a light.
It straight up sounded like you said flashlight.
But this is the coolest
Yeah, it
light you can ever get.
It's a Yanu's flashlight. You go in one way, you're out the other. It's weird.
It's literally going to stay. It's literally going to stay this illuminated until you attack something with it.
Just don't throw it at anyone.
It will hurt.
Be fine.
I don't understand, but I'll give you 60 because I don't understand.
Oh man.
Your accent.
12
We're having
times
like-
the
That's my
value.
favorite
In
episode.
our minds, just bro, that's I don't think you're gonna get any more out of him. I don't think the bobbity boobities work.
And I don't care.
Maybe try saying port.
He's talking to another customer now.
Fine.
60.
60.
There's a major HP potion right in front of you that says 160 in front of it, and he's selling one to another bloke. He's like, yeah, about it.
I imitate the elites from Halo and go work.
Ork bork.
60.
60. Would you like to purchase? Either shall.
Misa gone.
I know.
Gracias.
Donato.
Denito.
Do you purchase anything? Does anybody purchase
Oh,
anything except
absolutely
for
not.
this chick
I'm
over here?
saving money because I'm poor as fuck.
I already blew my load.
I will save my money.
I'm saving mine.
Okay. You guys
I
move
need a
on?
nice sword.
Take 100 XP for reaching Olympia finally. You guys know that you are home free. You can make it all the way out to the area that you were described. Except as you are about to leave the bulk of the city, you see a stable, and there is a beautiful white horse stallion that
Why'd you
looks.
look at me?
I don't know. We often.
Stallion.
So I actually read a psychological study the other day that was actually saying, I knew this already, but it's reaffirming it, that we tend to look at the person in a group when like, everyone's laughing. We tend to look at the person we're the most bonded to. And I tend to look at you.
That's sweet.
I'm really sorry.
I'm also just
I've known
choosing-
him longer, but I love you.
I'm
You know
choosing to believe that you see
My
me
dick
as
is
a handsome
hard.
stallion.
Okay. You what?
I know it's okay. But everything is superseded by Jeff's erection, as it should be.
Sometimes
Anyway,
I make a conscious effort
this
to
is
look
the
at everyone
way.
equally so they were not sad. Because that's me in a nutshell.
The stallion is a nice.
Or creeped out.
It's like the same color as like the foam on an ocean wave when it curls over and finally crashes. That like gray white. You know that color?
Dude,
It's that color.
The color of
in its hair.
Shadowfax.
Shadowfax.
It is that color, and it is staring avidly towards all of you. Give me a cunning check, all of you.
That was the meeting with I really want it.
27.
You really
No,
want to
sorry.
cast fire? You monster!
14.
Just two.
18.
I rolled a 7 even though it's on a 1 right
15.
now. Like, I actually rolled a 7.
So you roll an 8, and
15.
the three of you, Trevor, Pyra, I'm calling you Pyra, and and Jennykins, you all are aware that it's not tied in any way.
And mental prowess, the horse. I think it's a creature that's like polymorphed.
Oh my god. Okay, go on.
32. Natural 19 plus 13.
The first thing that goes into your mind is...
Hey, Goromir.
This horse is legit, yo.
It's legit a horse.
Hey, so can I, like, ride the horse?
You're just
Oh, that would be so weird. My brain doesn't like that image. Get it out.
It's like a badly clipping like game with janky hitboxes where they're just stacked.
I'm sorry.
You got over 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
32.
What was your core roll?
19.
Was it 19?
Yeah, it's a nat 19 plus 13 magic.
That's a burst, isn't it?
It is a burst.
It
for
is
you.
a burst. Thank you.
Okay, because it's a spell burst, I'm going to give you something special. The horse is not a horse.
Of course.
Of
Damn it.
The water horse.
Love you too.
The horse is not Poseidon.
It's Pan.
A kelpie.
No, okay, so what you're experiencing is like a creature that you know for sure and instantly that it has the sentient nature and knowledge and intelligence of a human being, of a half-organ. And however, its consciousness and ability to speak is like locked behind a wall that it can't pass through. But its thoughts are very feral. Therefore, it's instinctual. However, it is naturally drawn to all of you. There is a familiarity inside of this animal, like you've seen it before, but you haven't seen it before. You know you haven't. When you are penetrating through its mind, there is a resounding, like, you. Like, it knows you,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't recognize this thing. I will say again that there is a human-like quality in its mind.
kill it.
However, as soon as you do this, it seems to just melt into the trees. Like, you're not sure if it scampers off or if it, like, literally just, like, disappears or what, but it's just, like, gone in a blur of movement.
Just made me think of the stag. That's what it just made me think.
And like, did anyone see that? Like, did someone like scare it off or something? I was gonna like totally just like go pet it.
That was not a horse.
Oh,
I
Of course
don't
it was
know.
a horse.
it looked like a horse. How do you know?
I think I've seen it before, but I don't know.
I'm gonna use my mysticism ability
Like, it was a
to
dream,
see where it went,
or it wasn't a dream.
or see if I can
see
tell
where it's going.
where it went.
Don't
Okay.
know. My
Hiya!
memory sucks.
12
My long,
plus my magic
long
is
memory.
7. So
The
magic.
frustrating thing is that as you do your typical mysticism thing of, like, checking the dirt, checking the stars, the lighting, the winds, the smells in the air, the flowers, everything that you might divine from your current situation and anything mentally intuitive, the frustrating thing is that the answer is coming to you, but the answer is cyclical.
Oh.
So you are asking the question, where is it going? And the answer comes to you as almost like Rey in The Last Jedi, where it's like, show me my parents, and it showed you that tunnel of just a bunch of her.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's just like that.
I hated that.
I have not seen the movie, by the way. Please don't spoil it.
The Last Jedi?
Okay, there you go. I haven't seen the last episode 9. Anyway,
The last
Rise,
Jedi.
Rise
the answer that
Skywalker.
you're receiving from this mysticism is like it never left.
Stuff happens, man.
My foresight is really fucking with me right now, guys.
No ship that small has a cloaking device.
Sorry. That's no move.
I
It's your
am
mama.
going to...
Dionysia's ass.
It is both plump and luscious.
And a space station.
That's no moon. That's my booty.
My God.
I'm going to speak just outwardly in its direction where I last saw it and be like, you have no reason to run from us.
There is rustling in the trees as the breeze continues to blow around you guys, and it smells lovely here. There's a lot of flowers. There's even honeybees around, so you smell this very sweet smell, and you're comfortable suddenly. But nothing happens.
I don't know what that was,
Onward.
but we should keep an eye out. It knew us,
Yeah.
or at least me, and I don't know why.
Right. It did
But
look familiar.
I think it didn't used to be a horse.
We should respect its wishes if it doesn't want to be seen.
Well, there's that.
I want you guys all to give me a true check.
Let's go with the other d20. That was a mistake.
That's weird. I got a 13 again.
4.
1.
2.
None of you get it. You guys continue onward down the path, and as you get further and further away from Olympia, you're a little relieved that you're not bombarded with sound. Your first thing from Olympia was, why do people want to go there?
Yeah, right.
It's really smelly
It's like New York.
and loud. Yeah, it's like work. Actually, I like my job, but anyway.
I said New York, but
Oh, New York. I think it's like work.
and that too.
Anyway, you guys come across the coast that you were described rather quickly, and it occurs to you, why, if something really is out here, why has nobody discovered it earlier? Because it's not that far off from Olympia. What?
I forgot to get cold weather gear.
I pull my cloak tight around me.
I'm gonna go back in town and get cold weather gear before we go further.
My muscles will keep me warm.
That's not how that works.
We may retcon.
Yeah, if we could, please, because I don't want to kill the game, but I also don't want to die of hypothermia.
They do have thermal wear, but the outfit is a set that they're just like, you have to buy everything, and it costs $150.
That look on his face.
It costs what?
$150.
I heard you.
Ye-
I want to buy a jacket.
Oh, the jacket's attached to the pants, which is attached to the boots, which is attached to the hat.
Goldrick got boots.
You have scissors, yes?
What's that?
Detach it.
I don't understand what you're saying. The whole set is $150.
And Goromir, stomping to death.
I'm not there.
Damn it.
The ocean wave keeps me warm.
I'm from a faraway land where it's very cold.
That too.
Yes.
The forests were pretty cold.
Can I put those boots over my boots that I have on?
Oh, like if you were to buy the same set? Yes.
Then I do that. I buy the set packet.
Look at that.
I hope the gods shut the cock.
Oof.
I don't have that much money. Alright, I'm gonna leave. 150 for fucking Jesus. God damn.
The gear gives you 5 HP
Really?
and grants you immunity to frostbite
Hmm.
and 10% cold resistance. Ice resistance.
Cool.
That sounds useful.
It does, but I can't afford it.
I'm not spending 150.
How much is it?
150.
I will buy it for her.
No.
Really? That's so
Why, how much money do you have?
cute.
905.
I guess
I'm
I
sorry,
have enough too. If you needed one, I guess I could.
Well, you did just sell
front
the
you
emerald,
one,
so.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Do you buy a set for you?
yeah.
Is it?
No.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
No. No,
If you
no, I don't.
need it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't-
Fucking,
I don't
we're going
really
to
think
the
I
Ice
need it,
Palace
honestly.
and
I think I'd rather
fought
save the money.
frostbite.
So
I'll
if
be
you
out of
really
money.
want me to have it, then
Not really.
Yeah.
Can I
Does
just
my
take-
character like offer once?
Are there like gloves in the set?
There are gloves in
the
the
house
set.
banner that I have is
Steal
actually
the
really
gloves?
big. So
Like,
we're
Apparently
gonna
they're all
add-
sewn together according to Asswipe. The shopkeeper, not Tommy. He's like, I am the shopkeeper. Butt plug.
Butt plug.
I'll buy 2 sets. One for each of us.
Thank you.
2 sets. And Goromir is standing over there really cold, but he's actually okay.
Yeah, I'm okay because I mean I'm a horse, and the only thing I gotta really
Of course.
really cover up is like my human body with the house banner and my hard leather armor, so I should be fine. I'll risk the frostbite.
10% ice resistance.
Mhm. You are immune to frostbite, and you gain 5 HP. You cannot wear a cloak over this.
I don't have a cloak.
Well, there you go.
I do.
You cannot wear a cloak over this.
What about my bracers? It's the only thing I have.
You may wear your bracers over this.
Cool.
We are teleporting back to the coast.
Hi.
And you know that the
Thank you.
entrance is just right there, but what you have to do is go up on this ridge on top of these rocks and then like basically leap down into this cavity in the rock wall where the entrance will be. But what I'm trying to say is that once you drop in, it's difficult getting back out. You can manage it, but I'm trying to let you know that once you're in,
You're in.
you're in.
Okay.
Also, it explains why nobody really went in there, because from the outside looking in, if you didn't know what was in there, it'd be all like, I don't know if I can escape that cave. It looks endless and like an abyss. But it's not.
I clip-clop down there.
I bundle up and then follow.
I follow.
Same.
You plop down into the dark hole. And 3 people follow. Mage lights are ignited.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And instantly
Non-existent
as instantly as you guys land in this hole and make your way forward and the mage lights are ignited, you are hit with a gust of cold.
Awesome.
And you're like, well, burr.
No, I don't. I have my outfit.
That's true. But your face is a little bit tingly. Also,
Snakes all retreat
just so
back.
you guys are aware, just so you're aware, as soon as the cold hits you, you are aware that they were lying. You could easily take these pieces apart. Like, I don't know why you were selling them as sets, but you like could separate the pants from the jacket and the hat and like the boots and the mittens come off.
The
So
boots with the fur.
I wrap the house banner tightly around my chest and head.
Oh, that's the thing that really killed you.
boots with the fur.
And the boot with the fur.
Because you always sing that. Anyway. Yeah.
Can I have some more
As soon as we said that, the whole club was looking at her. What?
Can I have some more water?
No. What?
As soon as you said that, I was looking at her. All right. Well, yeah, I wrapped the house banner around me tightly.
You guys make your way forward, and you
Is this
actually...
still popcorn that I can eat?
Yeah, go for it. That is actually really fresh. That was given to us very recently. Go for it. Though you may want to take it over here so it's away from the microphone.
I was gonna say, like, why are you unwrapping it like as awkwardly as possible near the microphone? I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry.
It was like you were trying to unwrap it like this.
We're paying homage to Katie.
No, I miss Katie. Is she okay? Does anyone know?
You guys come into the
The party
antechamber.
finds themselves in the market.
You guys come into the antechamber, and you see that there is a lot of snow in here, and that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because let's be frank here, Greece, therefore Elysium, doesn't get much snow. So it's not that hard to understand what... It's not that hard to understand why people didn't believe in Keone,
That's sad.
because snow was rare, if ever present. Okay? However, there is snow in here. I'm going to say that...
I wanted to offer you some of it.
You're going through a tunnel.
half of you have never seen snow before, including Angoramir and Dionysia.
I've seen snow.
No, you haven't.
Oh, I mean, like, not here, but like on my travels, right?
No.
What?
Redstone is too far south for snow.
No, but I mean, like, I come from a place that had snow. If I'm
It
not
comes from a
mistaken.
faraway land.
Yeah.
You're talking about the homeland,
My homeland.
that you've never seen.
No, but like, I had to be raised somewhere. I wasn't raised in the Redstone area.
Weren't you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is that what the monks told you, Zelfin?
Don't you utter that name at me.
I do not speak its name.
Anyway, snow at the very least is very rare, regardless of whether you've seen it or not.
Okay.
You see that there is a staircase leading up to a grand set of frosty double doors. I do not want you to imagine Elsa's castle. It's not like the translucent blue ice. It's not like that. It's like beautiful marble that has frost on it. That's the ambiance that you have, or the setting, okay? The staircase
Now
leading
there's
up
some
to these...
rhyme and reason to it.
Right. There is a set of stairs. Set of stairs? There is a staircase leading up to the set of double doors. However, it looks like something at some point has crashed through the stairs because you are cut off from where you are here. There's like 4 steps up and then just like nothing between that and the double doors. There is rock in here. There are some debris bits of column. There is snow. There's even a corpse or two in here.
Ooh.
That's what you have.
When you say corpse, we talking like
Animal.
popsicles?
Yes.
No. Not skeletons. Like,
Not skeletons.
Preserved remains.
Preserved animal remains.
Cool.
well,
What kind,
I personally am affected by that because I don't like that.
what kind of animals are we talking about here?
We're talking like some sort of...
Don't say horses.
no.
So help you God.
No. They're like a cross between ram and sheep.
That
Reap.
still makes me really sad.
Or shams?
Shams.
They look pretty horrendous, though.
Reap is a weird word.
It
Don't
is.
say that.
Yeah.
It's
Does it look like they died of just freezing, or have they been like mauled and then they froze over?
They look frozen.
like they had no escape from this place.
I wonder how quickly it happened.
Nice sound effect, by the way.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
not
not sure if
gonna
it's
pick
going to pick it up.
That's a really subtle sound effect, and that's okay. Don't turn it up, because oftentimes, like, some of the sound effects do mask what people say sometimes. I've noticed in the recordings.
Who listens to recordings?
I know, right? All my like
Not
13
Dionysia.
views. It makes me so sad when I like upload a video and then like the next upload, I look back at the previous upload. It's like 2 views. I'm like, yeah, Tommy.
The maid's lights.
Yes.
Do they reveal a
can move
path
it
for us to
over.
follow?
They do not reveal a path. They do, however, if you go up the 4 steps and like look around from like a slightly higher vantage point, You are aware of a lot of large boulders that are like just broken apart pieces of some column that was once there to your right that probably fell and caused this destruction.
I'm so sorry. She just left it.
This isn't distracting all this.
Just get real close, just... I don't remember anything of what you just said except for fallen columns. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
There is. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was literally just trying to make a point.
Yep.
I would like to just make a snow angel, please.
You may.
Okay.
They're called snangels.
It's very good.
Oh, maybe. That's a present for me later.
I have to listen to
Hey, remember that time at Laser Tag where we almost tongued each other?
Yeah.
that picture.
I have the picture.
Oh, that's a really awkward
Yeah.
picture. And
By
I'm
the
By the way,
standing
it's a
in the
really good
middle,
thing that you went away
like,
because I was going to lick your
I
tongue.
know,
stand in the
I know,
middle of
dude.
that.
I should have realized going in that I was not
I
going
was
to beat you with gay chicken.
100% going to lick your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Facebook.
That would be closer than you and I have gotten.
Yes,
Anyway.
I would.
We would have transcended to a level of gay.
So we got 4 steps. We
Four
got
steps leading up to an empty staircase that's not there anymore because the giant
got
column
wrecked.
came down and destroyed the staircase, and 2 sets of double doors that are up.
I kind of just like want to go like straight into this place.
Yeah, I do too.
Kind
It's
of.
like
I'm not
we were
saying-
given a mission.
I'll get up off
We don't
the
really
ground
need
and
to
pay
like
attention and come with you.
don't really need to beat around the bush of this place. I feel like we just need to get inside and find the antechamber that the scout had mentioned.
Is-
I was like,
This is
as far as he got.
Antechamber.
He couldn't
Oh.
get up into the.
I
double
thought that
doors.
you meant the antechamber. In my mind, the antechamber is like the deepest section of the dungeon.
No,
Antechamber
Nope.
is the entryway.
it's like before
Oh.
the foyer.
I couldn't get it up.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, I was confused.
Huh.
Kind of like I was with Perennium, but you know, whatever.
And bequeath.
Bequeath.
No, not bequeath.
That's like a description. Like I'd be queefing right now. Like a verb.
What's the past tense?
Queefing.
Quoth.
Dude, someone was saying. I'm sorry. This is somewhat related, but someone on the radio earlier. I'm sorry, but someone on the radio earlier was saying, "Dude,
Pyro, what do you do?
the past tense of jump should be jamp." And it just
And that person on the radio was Jeff.
it killed my mind. I'm so sorry.
How do you get up to the doors?
I jamp.
I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket now.
I feel
We've scared
really
the
bad.
DM away.
I feel genuinely bad.
I have no regrets.
I checked for traps.
Regurgitation.
Oh, I rolled a 3. So that was a
Regurgitation.
trouble.
You have no idea if there's a trap. There's one above you. You die.
Well,
Oh, I have better music than this. I know exactly what I want to play.
let it go.
Oh, would have guessed with the whole ice thing.
There's a lot of ice
That is a lot of
music
ice.
for games. Maybe like the ice caverns from Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
It's like you knew.
Yeah.
Now it won't hurt your ears because I played this before and you hated how it sounded through your speakers. You hated it.
Oh, it fucking
So I
hurt.
stopped. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's so pleasant.
So we've got the doors. Is like seems to be our only means of egress, right? Okay, then.
That's all I got.
I'll take the lead. Open.
You can't get to it. There's no. It's the staircase leads to nothing, or it's the remaining steps between those 4 that you have available. There's a gap, and then the doors. So
How
you
wide?
can't reach the doors from here.
What's in the gap?
The gap is a bunch of rubble, boulders, and remains of the stairs and the column. that
How
fell.
wide's the gap?
At least 10 feet.
and how high off the ground. Like, if it's 4 steps up, and then a gap, and then 4 steps up, or not I don't know how many steps up, but like 10 feet across, start not high. The reason I ask is because I would like to use mental prowess to move rubble around until I make a pathway, whether or not it's narrow enough.
You want to Jedi this shit?
I want to Jedi this shit into
show me what
a
you got.
walkable path. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
25.
You may do so. You are able to easily find the 3 biggest and combine them. And I'm even going to say, for flavor's sake, that Pyra sees you do this and ices them together.
Ooh.
And so you guys have a rough staircase leading to the front doors.
Dude, that was so hot. Just like, problem solved.
Yeah, just... Oh, if only I could lift boulders with my mind! Concentrate!
Okay.
Pyra's up on my shoulders somehow, and I'm like, fuck off!
Also, I do want to mention that if I ever DM a game with this group again, mental prowess is not that powerful in my universe.
Duly noted.
But I do really appreciate it in this moment.
Mental prowess, in my mind, is one of my favorite abilities
I know.
ever, and I love having fun with it.
It's pretty cool.
Anyway, you guys open the frosty doors. Whoever it is that touches the doors, you can feel the cold chill permeate even through your mittens as you're pushing. You're just like, oh my god.
It's
You
me.
guys open, and there is a long, large foyer. And you can see that this advances up to a 2nd level, but you see no discernible way to get up there. You see that from here, between here and the opposite door, or opposite wall, which is quite, I'm going to say, an easy 100 yards away, there are 2 creatures that are very slight. They're blue, and they're sort of like slightly twitching towards each other, like almost like they're having a silent mental prowess conversation, but you don't hear any sound between them. And they seem slightly familiar. Everybody, or you 3 give me d20 checks.
Is
Jenny,
it the same skeleton that we fought before?
give me d20 checks. You did not fight this. You did not fight this thing, so it does not count.
What?
This is just straight.
What do you mean I don't
19.
fight this thing?
You,
got
you have not fought this thing before.
15.
9.
What did you roll, Trevor?
19.
Okay. So Jeff and Trevor, you recognize it instantly as duplicates of the same icy skeletal creature from the very first session. I'm saying that you weren't there, unfortunately, so you did not see these things, but you could have been told about them by these 3. Okay.
No, we probably... Or mental prowess.
And you see them, and you're just like, God damn it. I also wonder how they got here.
And more importantly, how did that other one get there?
What do y'all do?
Range turn first.
I was going to say, I mean,
I
best way seems to go through them.
I want to kill these things because they're unnatural as fuck.
That's true.
I just like hitting things.
If range turn is going to be discussing what to do with these things, I am already going to be running in.
I dare say that gives that. I'm gonna zap from far away.
You are all about 80 yards away.
I'm
You're
gonna get closer
have to
until I can
travel quite a
zap.
bit forward, and by the time that you guys ride up and walk up or run up,
I'm just on your back with a staff like a jousting lance.
They are taking notice of you because, unfortunately for you guys, none of you are rogues, and so you guys are pitter-pattering over icy marble.
That's
They
some,
hear you.
That's some clickety clack.
Yes. So they turn and they go,
But it's more like
both of you.
I don't like that. Nope, don't like that.
Wow.
And they both start charging you guys in reverse. So it's like an oncoming clash. Ranged, you may go first.
And there's 2, right?
Zippity
There are
zap.
2.
Yep.
Phoenix,
Zap. So that's 13 unholy.
Pyra.
I am going to cast magic missiles. Hold on.
Did the
So it's
unholy
So now I
zap?
have 3 of them.
Yep, 3 bolts now.
Did the
So,
unholy
equal to magic.
zap?
Fine.
Could I see that if it did anything to it?
So what's your magic?
Did it actually harm the skeleton?
11.
So 30
Just to remind you,
damage, or you can
These aren't
have
really
darts hit
necessarily skeletons. They're just
things.
very,
So
very,
you can
very
have all three
thin,
hit one target, split them
skinny,
up between multiple. Every
frosty,
individual bolt does 11 damage.
frigid,
Gotcha.
And it's going to cost
bony
you 7
creatures
total.
with female characteristics in the face,
Ah,
with
Okay.
long, like,
I have-
frozen hair
okay.
and very sharp
Should've
teeth
given you my
and
card.
sharp
Can't run.
fingernails.
So like icy succubi.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Magic missile. Who do you hit?
Succubice.
I've got 3 bolts
Go.
with 11 each, so I'm gonna hit one of them with 2 and one with 1. So 22 and 11.
Does the 1 bolt go to the one that he zapped, or 2 bolts go to the one he zapped?
2 go to the one he did not zap.
Okay.
I love who he asked. And you answered in the exact opposite.
That's what I'm good at.
Do the 2 bolts hit the one that he zapped, or the 2 bolts hit the one that he didn't zap? The 1 bolt is gonna not go towards the one that he didn't zap.
That's a triple negative.
You're welcome.
It's like red versus blue. That was like a quadruple negative. Just answer the fucking question.
Do either of you charge?
I
No.
mentioned already. I
Okay.
was
So,
heading
you,
straight in.
you go.
No, and I don't have charging.
I have initiative.
Mhm.
Oh, super. I was expecting another ranged attack to go because like 80 fucking meters is long.
No, you got it, man. You're fast.
Oh, they're running at us.
You're a fucking
And
horse.
we were running
And
up to get
horse.
into his zap range anyway.
Alright. And I'm
All
a
of the
horse.
shading.
Okay, so I already have. I have my fairy active already. I've had it. It's always active. Not gonna use smite. Just gonna use a regular attack, and I'm gonna attack the one that Trevor zapped
Ziggity zoop.
with a 18. It's 7 plus 7 is 14.
Was 14 for the hit or damage?
Damage. My to hit roll was 18, so I didn't even ask because I know at 18 plus 6 hits.
That one seems quite pained and even whimpers a little bit as it's knocked to its hands before it pushes itself back up.
Okay.
I need to update my battle playlist.
Both have been
I
hurt
need
quite a
some
bit.
Doom soundtrack.
One is more hurt than the other.
The one that's more hurt than the other, I want to try and do the Flash Gordon thing on
The one that's more hurt or less hurt? I'm sorry.
it. More hurt.
More hurt. Okay. It works.
Oh.
Man, that one's having a really bad day.
It freezes in mid-stride and like almost falls over as it almost loses its balance but stays there. The other one continues to charge. Enemy phase.
Sick.
Pyra, you are attacked.
Cool music.
Love this.
And how it attacks is that it launches at you, grabs you around, like, how do I describe this? It like tries to wrap its hands around your neck. It's not quite dexterous enough to really like knock you down and like choke you to death, but it like wraps itself around you, and with its momentum, it like spins around you, and then falls off, but has left quite a bit of scratch marks on this like weird spinning attack move that it did on you. It leaves you with 12 damage.
Any bleeding?
No. Player phase. One petrified. One on the ground looking really cool.
3-point land.
Melee. So it will be Agate.
Okay. The one with the most damage on it. I want to just hit with my sword. It was almost a 20, but it wasn't. It was an 8.
Idiots.
Yay! Cool. 17.
17 damage. And that was the one that you petrified, yeah?
Yeah.
It dies.
Oh, cool. I would like to use my cleaver.
Unfortunately, that one is now out of range of immediate melee, so you will not be able to attack that one. But you have a
Can I
minor
throw
action.
it? A crude cleaver at it? Here? It's crude, no, give a shit.
I'm gonna say no because that would be another major separate from the initial attack.
Okay.
Righto. Yes, my lord.
And Goromir, there is one on the ground looking really cool like it just came out of the Matrix. It's Trinity. Go on.
I killed Trinity.
No.
Just like Agent Smith.
Yeah. Non-smite. I just
Mr.
Clippy claw.
Angoromir.
Welcome back.
I attack. With a 4 plus 6 is 10.
It hits. You come from a faraway land.
And yet you came back home.
17 damage.
It looks very pissed off and whirls around to you and says,
Right.
Dionysia.
And Lily just goes, do this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna flash heal. What's her face? Pyra.
Oh,
Mr.
Don't you mean Bonnie?
Huh? Bonnie.
Hunger Games.
Oh, I forgot your character's name already. 17, so definitely casts.
Oh, yeah.
It's 1d4 plus half mage. 2 plus 7 is 9. And then with my major action, we're just gonna zap again. For another 13 points of unholy damage.
It dies.
So, I was gonna say, don't make me go George Washington Esquire on this bitch.
Nice.
You had so many brutal kills in that game.
It was such a fun, just like, I'll play the most violent character possible, like, F everything else.
I'm 18. I'm from District 1.
Yeah, I'm 18, I'm just one, I'm muscular as fuck.
Career!
You
I
all,
was literally playing Gaston.
you all receive 100 XP.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
100.
Oh, but I just got to a good song.
You realize, or you see as they fall to the ground and shatter, that they leave 2 blue hearts continuing to pulse on the ground.
Oh, those are getting stabbed. Just immediately.
Yeah, go to town.
You may give me 2 d20 rolls.
10 and 17.
You skewer both of them, and they die in a river of blue blood that seems to just disappear into the frozen ground.
Oh, weird.
You see that there is a frozen, icy chest, quite literally locked in a boulder of ice, at the end of this room. There's also 2 doors straddling this chest, about, I'm going to say, 10 feet to the left, 10 feet to the right, in the opposite wall from you.
Alright.
You said that to me?
You want to get rid of the ice around the chest?
Yes.
Do I?
The best dungeon ever!
Just see her, like, lighting up like Palpatine, like, yes!
Unlimited fire!
Not paying attention!
I really, really wanted to quote the last movie, and I didn't. So you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you.
too.
I did. I really did.
High
And
five.
I almost did. But I didn't.
Cool, so we know Palpatine says something now.
What?
Of course, Palpatine. What?
Everybody stop! Don't
Palpatine
spoil
says
anything! Pyra.
The trailer.
I'm gonna cast fire.
People
on
just
it.
didn't get it. Fucking trailers give me shit.
I know, honestly.
Give me a willpower check, please.
That's not twice.
Fucking trailers.
Good.
16.
You have the wherewithal to
Carrying
really
stuff on
reel in
cabs.
your tiefling violent mind so that you're not just like, I really don't want to burn the chest though. We have loot.
Oh.
Okay, it's good. Like, if you had failed that, you'd have been all like,
Just lose yourself to it. Just lose yourself in the music
Anakin
and
comes in.
moment.
Anakin comes in.
Don't really worry about. Don't put that there.
I'm not gonna touch it. I was just gonna move out of
Okay.
my way.
Don't worry about burning the chest because I already know that what's in it is unburnable. It's holy plate mail of Poseidon. Obviously, just like, don't worry about it. It's cool.
Some
Like,
ghouls
it-
and goblins
Plate
shit
mail
right there.
can't set on fire. So
you
it's-
guys find leather armor.
Flammable,
Very-
oil-soaked leather armor.
You find a small minor HP potion and a silver key.
Is that on the dungeon music?
No. Keys should just naturally be silver, though, in a D&D game, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Unless
make
it's the
every
boss
key gold now. Just as
I will hate every key that I come across in your game.
What
You're
about
like, you
bronze?
never unlock
I'll say
anything
yeah,
with
bronze.
them. You just like keep them to sell them.
Well, gold is very soft and bendable.
Mm-hmm. Haha!
I really want you to like just throw caution to the wind and
As
just go like,
pretty
you know,
as it
actually
is.
every key is made of rose quartz.
Platinum.
Everything's made of hematite.
Just
Tungsten.
This key
Uranium.
is made of pewter. It doesn't work very well.
it just bends.
Onyx.
Yeah, I guess it's a one-use key.
Right. I think one of you two should take the health potion.
I don't need it. Thank you, though.
I'll take it. I love health.
Anybody need leather armor?
Is it one of the 2d4 plus 6 HP?
You're not even wearing armor.
I think you
I
have
just
armor.
noticed. Put on the armor. Jenny.
I have boots and I have this gear. I don't need anything else right now. I have to put
Oh,
shit
yeah,
on.
you have
Yeah,
your...
cheers, yeah.
Oh, you put your weird frost get-up in their accessories. Never mind.
Cool.
Never mind.
So I do it my own way. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Sorry!
Yeah, so I'm looking at her paper.
How much was this health thing?
It's a 2d4 plus 6. Wait,
2d6
2d6 plus 4.
There you go.
2d6 plus 4.
Read my papers for a million years. God damn, no, I'm kidding.
Jenny, do you want to take the leather armor so that if you ever get rid of the cold weather stuff, when we get to say hot places, you have something?
I mean, aren't I already wearing leather armor?
No,
Or do you have it written down? I got the stat
No,
boost.
I thought that was the standard.
no, that's not default.
Fine.
So leather armor
Standard is just clothes.
yeah.
You
Leather
are covered.
armor gives you
You are
plus
not
6
naked.
plus 6 HP
It's the anti-naked
Okay.
rags.
and plus 5% spell failure, which doesn't matter to you because you don't have spells. But yeah,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will put that on later.
And then
it is a dark brown edging on black.
Oh, cool.
cold. I'll take the silver key.
Okay. It is cold. Not surprising.
I'll take the chest.
Any
It is
gold?
bolted to the ground.
Strength check, baby. Oh, fucking... Boom! 16.
What about that
You
gold?
pull off the handles off the chest, but it is bolted to the ground.
Careful of hernias, they suck.
Do you guys go through the left door, the right door,
Tommy is so
Or
irritated
do you-
right now. I love it.
or do you leave?
I would like to check for gold.
You find none.
This is just my answer to you playing really Tommy characters in my games. I'm just like, shut up, Tommy!
What are
Sassy
really,
Ice Coffee
what
Man.
are really Tommy characters?
They're just...
I don't play D&D that often. It's usually me as a DM. As evidenced by the fact that I've DM'd the last, 3. Anyway, 3. Why is
Well,
everybody
3
do-
complete campaigns.
I'm gonna complete. I'm gonna complete this campaign.
I'm gonna complete...
I'm gonna preliminary check
I like
both of
playing
these doors
beefcakes.
and see if there's any differences.
The left door, it's locked.
And
The right door, it's open.
Does the silver key work on the left-hand door?
It does.
Da-na-na-na-na.
We have a choice ahead of us, my friends.
Well, let's just check out the open door already.
Alright, let's do that. I'll hang on to the key and I'll keep the other one locked for now.
You open the right door and you notice that you're in a hallway.
As opposed to the wrong door.
Quite interesting. The torches above you are out. You know they could be lit.
I do that.
You know that you could light the wicks from just a simple zap, 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 zap down the hallway. You do not need to cast fire for all of them because then your MP would just be gone. You make the hallway explode.
Oh, we need to light these candles. Fireball!
She would do
Jesus, Pyra.
that. She would totally do that.
Keone's soul burns like it's anyway. The hallway just sort of ends to your left immediately, like it has no access to the left, and it goes on to the right. There is a door immediately. If you turn down the hall to your right, there's going to be a door on your left, and then the hallway goes past that and continues to bend to a sharp left after that door.
Cool. Check out that door.
Check out the door.
I check out the door. Is it closed?
I punched that door so hard.
It is closed and it is locked.
Oh, well, that hurts.
Does the key work on that one too?
Yes.
Let's do it. Oh, you're opening it. Okay, I'll step back a little bit.
As soon as you open that door,
Boom!
the
It is
key
dead.
melts into water.
Oh.
Yeah. The door creaks loudly open
I hope this was worth
into
it.
a small study that has a spiral staircase in the opposite corner from you guys, up into the ceiling, into a ceiling access. However, the bottom of the staircase is destroyed, but it's still accessible. You can just hop up to it, but it's been broken by something. I don't know what's been destroying it, except, oh wait, there's a black set of armor with a giant claymore just waiting for you guys in the middle of the room. And as soon as you guys make that, it's like, I was sleeping, for God's sake. It doesn't say that. But it just starts to go like...
George, is that you?
First of all.
Black armor, yeah! Episode 40, blur.
Black with like 4 A's. Black.
Episode 40, Begrudgingly Black.
Begrudgingly black.
Now hold on a minute.
What?
I'm going to approach the black armor and be like,
How about you?
excuse me.
Y'all give me a lore check.
Excuse me. I'm the one who's old as fuck.
6.
Same.
17, bitch.
6, 6, 17, 17.
You are aware that this thing recalls a memory for you that someone once called a creature similar to this. And no, I'm not referencing my past game, so please don't call me out for this. You're gonna call me out for this now.
I mean,
This thing has been referenced before as a Reaper.
Oh.
You also, therefore, can surmise that the black armor it is wearing could be Stygian. Could be.
Is there anyone in it? Or is it just...
I relay
You
this
can't
to
tell,
the
but
party,
it's moving.
And I tell him, do not fear the Reaper.
nor the wind nor the summer rain. We can be like they are.
Is it like moving like so slowly
That
that
was
like its
originals.
attacks are like totally unthreatening? Like I could just
No.
like step out of the way.
It's moving like somebody who's waking up and quickly waking up.
Can I mental prowess it to see if there's somebody inside?
Yes.
Oh, that was almost nat 20. 27.
Get out!
Oh. Oh.
Why?
It does not answer, but unsheaths its claymore, throws it to the side, and grabs it with two hands.
Shit.
It throws the sword to the side by mistake. It just holds the scabbard.
Fuck! The scabbard would still be like,
Yeah, just ow. It's just a
And then,
club.
ow.
Yeah.
God, that hurts. Stop.
Guys, it's telling us to get out.
It's a Stygian club.
It's like, the Lavender Ghost Tower thing in Pokemon.
I'm attacking it.
Okay, go for it.
I'm full on clip-cloppeting over there.
You're claiming first, or go on? Go on. Go on!
Go on,
Go
then.
for it, Gohan.
But Dad! Alright.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm proud of myself.
Uncle Piccolo trained me so well!
Oh, shut up, Gohan! Yes.
Just go on.
Well, technically, X equals the negative B plus or minus V.
So what would be Goten's impersonation for you?
Goten?
Yeah.
Like the same?
Okay. Go on.
Really similar?
But Dad!
Anyway, I cast Smite. Successful.
Sorry.
And then I attack it with Smite. Ayah. Well, 4 plus 6 is only a 10. A 10 to hit.
You do not do it any damage, but do crack its cuirass heavily.
I'll take it.
Agate.
I'm gonna heroic strike it. With my sword. Oh, that's a 2.
Plus
Plus, I don't remember the fuck. 5.
7. Arms training.
You are able to attack it, but your sword bounces
8.
off of the dense part. You have an offhand move.
Okay, I'll do that. 19.
Is that a crit?
No.
Not for me.
Damn! But it hits.
Oh, that's cool.
So your crude cleaver stabs through its like bindings on the side of its cuirass. You're just like
2 again.
11 damage. You actually manage to cut off its cuirass and it falls down to the ground. You see that there is a frozen corpse-like body inside of the set of armor.
Delicious.
You deal it 11 damage, and there is a gouging hole in its side now, and it does not bleed as you pull the cleaver out. Your cleaver feels unnaturally cold against your palm now, through the mitten.
Oh dear.
Magic users. Abilitar.
Definitely light the guy on fire.
Yes. I'm gonna cast magic missiles. Just all 3 right into the thing. So cast. So 39 damage. And as a minor action, I'll just pretend to go through my no. Just kidding.
Pyra, you hear Consuela. What do you do?
No, Kiss fire.
Not here.
Fire.
I'm gonna cast
We need
fire.
more lemon pledge.
The study does need to be cleaned. It's quite snowy in here.
There you go.
14.
You cast fire. Roll damage.
I think the name of this episode. The name of this episode is gonna be Goop. It's gonna be GWOOP.
13.
13 damage. 26.
13 like fire damage?
Mm-hmm. 1d4.
Like Bernie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brain, 25.
Bernie damage.
It screams an echoey, hollow sound through its helm as it's burned alive, and then quite literally chucks its claymore at Pyra.
Oh no, shit. Can I get in the way of it?
What's your defense?
My defense is 5.
You may have an inspiration check at the cost of your
Heroic.
neutral point.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
It fails, and I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Please erase your neutral point.
You remembered.
I do.
How do you remember everything?
It does hit you, and I am sorry.
That's
Stop it, but it's not.
It's your fault.
The ghost of Jinxa appears. Ta!
She tries, but she's not physical, so.
My mouth.
I think you said my mouth.
I'm gonna pass it around
He
away
deals
from the mic.
19 damage to you,
Jenny asked for it.
almost cutting off your arm.
Okay.
It almost cuts off her arm.
And then,
Ow.
I remember one time you guys were fighting Snow White and Man
Oh,
Marco,
God.
and I was doing all the actions, and I was just like, and then, and Katie's, we were referencing Katie, but Katie's like, there's an and then to this.
Yes.
Yeah, that was insane.
Agate, you are grabbed around the throat. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Agate. So not in Goromir. Agate, you are grabbed around the throat and attempted to be lifted off the ground. You are squeezed for 6 strength damage. Wow, I can't talk. 6
You can do it.
strength damage. Player phase.
I
Melee
have
first.
powerful physique. Does that help me?
No,
Damage.
but you can do a strength check to see if you can get out of this grip.
11 plus 6.
You get out of the grip, so you fall to the ground and are able to attack once this turn.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stab him with my gladius, my satis.
Sadius.
That's 8 plus 8. Adding it correctly.
It hits.
Sick. My. 14.
Okay, and Goromir?
Oh, I have to put the damage anyway, huh?
I do a called shot and try to and try to just run my sword straight through its neck.
Ooh. Cat sound?
Because the top part of the chest is exposed, right?
Yes.
So I can like
Yes.
get
You
it up
can
in
see the
there.
neck,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
The cuirass fell down.
10 plus 6 is 16.
You pierce him, but give me damage. It is not going to decapitate him.
Yeah.
last
I was just thinking about how to read this page.
It's 15.
Compared to yours.
15 damage.
Yeah.
That's a mess.
and your
You
second one.
pierce straight through the sternum,
Oh, God. Ouch.
missing the heart. Pull out your sword, and they're still standing.
Sheesh.
You're to blame.
Dionysia.
You give love. Bad name.
You give
It's gonna be... Yeah, that could be enough. I'm gonna cast Heal on Pyra.
Oh, yeah.
As a cast,
but barely.
2d. Yeah, it's only a natural 11. 2d4 plus magic, so that is 5 plus 13 is 18.
He only dealt you 1 damage.
Thank you.
Nothing says fuck you to a damage dealer like a healer going, no. So that cost me
Almost-
5 MP.
Almost put me back.
Yep.
Thank
That
you.
is what I do, but I do not have any minor action attacks, so turn.
Pyra.
I'm gonna zap him for 11 damage.
Fire.
Yeah, of course.
And then the burning damage.
The burning damage triggers, and he dies. He quite literally cooks inside of his remaining armor, and the icy blue frostbitten skin becomes black, and then he just falls to the ground.
I'm going to stab his chest so many times until I hear the heart go.
The White Walker dies.
Great.
There is a Stygian helm
Super.
that you may loot, and you may also loot a steel claymore.
Who's the Reaper?
What?
I thought he was the Reaper.
He is a Reaper, but I'm calling him a White Walker because he's reminiscent of a White Walker. Claymore is a two-handed weapon, 46,
Stop it.
and requires 8 strength.
Damn it. Can I want that. Can I have that?
Yeah.
Anyone else want that?
Yeah.
All
Can't have it
yours.
yet.
What's the strength requirement on that helm?
Helm is 8 HP, requires 9 strength.
That's like a plate helm, I think. It's really good. I want it, but I'm 2 levels away from being able to use it.
I don't care. I want my sword.
How much strength do you have, Jenny?
7, but I will wait.
Well, then you can hang on to the helm if you want. Well, we're not leaving it, so...
Yeah, you're
And
you're
we
1
can't
level
wear
You
away.
can hold on to it too
When
if
you
your
see
inventory has
Undyne-
nothing in it.
When you see Undyne,
Yeah, but you're close to being able to use it.
Do you want to use it?
In 2 levels, I would.
Then take it, dum-dums. I got my sword.
for the sake
That's
of
right.
your inventory, please label it Reaper's Helm. And
what-
maybe in parentheses put Stygian.
What is the Claymore's damage?
4d6,
Eat shit, motherfucker.
requires 8 strength.
And can I use my
Reaper's Helm.
dual wielding tap both hands using that? do I need
Oh,
something
sorry,
else?
yeah, you would have to hold this with 2 hands, so dual wielding's a moot point.
So
Right.
dual wielding is like weapon of each hand.
I know
This
that.
just...
The Reaper's
Okay.
helm gives 8 HP.
Yes.
Oh, wait, do you get the defense bonus now from...
hmm
Hell yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do with this.
What defense bonus?
If you wield anything with 2 hands, you get +2 defense.
Wait, it's +2?
Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
Hey, my defense
And 2-handed
It should be a
style,
9.
you get half of your strength added to your attack rolls
Oh, sick.
for 2-handed style, which is really good.
That's exciting. Big ass Braveheart sword.
Hey,
Right, you're gonna kick
so I know
Okay.
exactly what I'm going to do with this helm. If everyone's okay with it, since I'm pretty far away from using it, and you're probably, I don't know if you plan on using it or not, but I want to give it to Undyne because she wasn't able to get her helm because she gave you extra iron.
Tommy just cracked a joke about that, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine
Oh,
with
really?
me. I'm not.
Sorry, I was
Helmets
busy
are
writing
not
that shit
agate
down.
style, like at all.
I'm totally gifting this to Undyne when I see her.
Yeah.
And it'll be
Everybody-
placed upon my bum when I give it to her.
Everybody get, so it's rubbing up against her favorite part of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody receives 150.
Yeah.
In this study, there are bookshelves. There is an empty fireplace. Actually, I shouldn't say empty. There's 1 log in the fireplace. And there is a desk with some ancient measuring tools and, like, not calligraphy. Cartography
Maps and
tools.
shit.
They're calligraphy tools. There's pens.
They're really fancy pens, Tommy. You could
Inkwells
just
and
say that.
scrolls. Ooh.
So,
pen is
Where
my
did it go?
sword.
What do y'all do? Remember that there is that staircase.
We
Yeah.
continue forward. Oh wait, is there any gold in here?
I want to look through the room.
Oh, okay.
D20.
So I want to look at the books specifically.
Oh, yeah, books.
Just 10.
My
I don't know if
character
it gets
doesn't
any
care about
bonuses.
books, sadly.
There is a number of books telling different stories about different gods and goddesses, mostly goddesses. There's one about Hecate, one about Artemis, one about,
Athena?
well, not one about Athena,
Boo, this place sucks.
one about Thetis,
Oh,
and Persephone.
that's what I
I'll
thought.
take the
Undyne's-
Persephone one, considering we were just in the underworld.
Persephone.
There is a pair of very voluptuous pomegranates on the front.
I want the Artemis one, please.
Voluptuous.
You received the Artemis one with a lunar bow on the front.
Ooh.
I thought you were literally giving her a lunar bow. I was like,
No.
No,
No one's an archer, which is weird.
Yeah.
There's usually
I
an
want
archer.
to try and do that. I've never done that before.
You should do it next campaign.
But I also want to be a
Oh, the
really
possibilities.
annoying...
I heard a rumor that archers in 5e are like the most boring.
There's a stigma against rangers in 5e.
That sounds like a fun class.
Stigma.
The rangers and the way they wrote
Stronger.
rangers in the player's handbook for 5e is like, it's just bad. They're just not a fun class. I shouldn't say that. Compared to the other classes, they have major flaws that make them like feel impotent for quite a while.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of modified rule sets, and even Wizards of the Coast and their Unearthed Arcana, which is how they
Yeah.
playtest material, released a redo of Rangers that makes them more powerful and much more on par with the other classes. So that's what I would play.
Do you guys continue to loot this room, or do you move on?
Unless somebody wants to take a look at the cartographer.
I will
stuff.
take an extra look. Like after looting the body, take a quick little gander around.
You see that the cold has actually harmed the parchment quite a bit. Go ahead. So that the map is no longer clear.
16.
However, you make out that the remaining islands that it was trying to draw is labeled Essos.
Oh, cool.
I take it with me.
Lore
You
check.
take a rough map
Me,
of Essos.
personally.
You also see that in one of the drawers in the desk is a pouch of 80 gold pieces.
Yeah, there was gold in the room.
Essos is ESSOS?
Yes.
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 It ends in SOS. It's code.
My day, we didn't even have it on the
I'm going to go ahead and just
Back to
take
the
the 20 gold, fine.
So
I see people just looking at me like,
Everybody gets 20 gold.
20 gold.
Da-na-na-na-na.
I'm the sharing type.
You better be. I tried to share with you, and you were like, "No, I don't want that. It's cursed." No, I
Well,
don't want
I
that. I had
mean-
feelings. Meh.
Jesus Christ.
It's funny. Zoltan is a stupid character. stupid character.
Oh, Zelfin did that too because. Also,
Oh, are you talking about something cursed in this game?
yeah.
Oh, I'm
well,
sorry.
not cursed.
I was still,
That's
I'm
Digi in
still
hell.
thinking of fucking Zoltan.
So I was talking about two of your characters. Okay.
Okay.
One and then the other. All right.
Well, just when I think of curses, I think of Zoltan. But I am very happy, actually. I'm like, just gonna pocket that map of Essos real quick and take a look upstairs.
Might find
You-
your daddy there.
Yeah.
You struggle to get up the spiral staircase because they're barely holding together at the bottom.
Oh, shit.
So you have to like really be careful getting up, but once you get up to like the second spiral, you're pretty good, and then you get up to the second floor.
Okay, cool.
Do you guys follow? Your teammates follow you for some reason,
Super.
and you reach the top floor, and you recognize that this was some sort of low quality. Not much attention was given to this room as far as compared to like the marble and the nice wood and like everything down below. And the words that come to mind immediately are servants' quarters. There is a chest in here, and there's a diary on the rough cot, and there is a bunch of haphazard clothes kind of scattered everywhere, and there is blood. Very old and frozen to the ground.
Ooh.
Is there a corpse to go along with it?
Nope.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that the plate of armor dude was a servant and it was turned into a big, like,
Or like everybody in here is turned into an undead thingy.
Not good.
I read the diary.
Whites.
The diary has a first entry of
First
about 1 week ago that describes how servants started to disappear randomly, and the Lady Keone stopped coming out of her chambers. The next entry shows a much shorter one that says, I could have sworn that I heard people talking during the night,
That's creepy.
but I was the only one on duty.
Oh, that's
The next entry seems to be torn out, and the last entry is a bunch of like scratches made of ink, like someone was trying to write, but nothing cohesive and actually coherent or sane.
Okay.
That's sad.
Terrifying. Abject terror. I don't like that at all. I want to leave.
I'm gonna see if
So
that
she leaves.
I'm gonna see,
No.
if, that chest is I'm gonna see if that chest is unlocked and
It's
just
not.
kind of do like one of those like.
Ugh.
Jenny loses 50 XP for leaving. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Obviously. You guys get you guys get into the chest, and there you see is a smaller chest inside of the bigger chest. Babushka, and you
Just gonna
also
get in this ridiculous Russian doll situation.
Yes.
you see
Sorry, Flutter Conquest.
there's a dagger made of very nice material that is almost reflective as you look at it. It is cold. It is like an icy blue, and it is a dagger of ice. Dun, 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 dun.
See, I went
Does it have any special
Not as
properties or
cold as
powers?
ice.
Probably.
Oh, I pocket that. Oh, unless anyone else would like that.
No, that's for you.
Okay.
Because you can do a wield.
Cool.
It is a 1d4 dagger with +2 ice damage.
But probably don't use it here. But cool to have, nonetheless.
I am going to say that you guys can
Dagger
receive an
splaining.
extra 50 XP for going up here, which was optional.
50 XP?
And I'm going to call session here.
No. You wouldn't.
I would. Bye-bye!
Alright, well, last session of the decade. Okay, bye.
I got a lot.
Happy end of 2019.
Yeah.
See you next year.
See you next decade.
Okay, I'm pushing the button. Bye. Bye.